But spoiler alert, the Real Housewives are also super fake.
Also
Yeah.
super fake and
And none of
desperate.
these people are housewives in any sense of the word.
No.
No, that I
Right,
figured
that's
that out.
true.
They all seem to just be reality stars, but it's like they haven't done anything.
They're socialites, Tony. These people have always existed even
Yeah.
before television.
I don't like it.
We are in theory on YouTube discussing the Real
I don't know. I
Housewives.
think my tolerance
her
for
name?
reality television is much lower than average, so
Than
it's not
Gatsby?
for me. You're thinking of John Gatsby.
I'm not, but
Okay.
that works. I
will
who's
say-
the main lady in
Yeah, the main
Gatsby?
lady. Here I can skim. I went to high school. I can skim a summary of The Great Gatsby.
Main lady.
Julie.
Daisy Buchanan.
Daisy was definitely my next guess.
I will say
Daisy
this
Duke Buchanan.
insight into like, I think I read Great Gatsby as like, I don't know, like a high school sophomore. That sounds about right. And I was like, I don't care about you rich people and your problems.
So, Tony, a second ago, you were taking out a highly cultured claim that you don't watch reality shows like
But
the
also, I don't
foul
like
Real
I think-
Housewives. But
No.
now you're saying you also don't like The Great Gatsby,
I don't like
one of the
books
great
either.
American novels.
Yeah, I don't like books.
Tony-
Too high class. I don't like reality TV. I need middle brow.
which is reading the labels
Comic
of
books
canned
alone.
goods.
Oh, yeah.
Cereal boxes.
Novelization
Yeah,
of
cereal
a Desperate
boxes.
Housewives episode.
God, I love reading a
would-
cereal box.
I would
So
skim
good.
a Wikipedia summary of a Desperate Housewives.
I would have an AI skim a Wikipedia summary.
Yeah.
Give me the.
With gist. What's the most important part?
Tony, I sent you a message on Zoom.
On Zoom.
Ooh, secret message.
Ooh, secret message.
Secret
We are.
message.
Sound is apparently working.
Uh-oh.
So
That's good.
we are live.
Do whatever you think is going to be more fun, Monty.
All right, then I will not tell you.
All right. I forget how those work exactly. I know you did that a bunch last time.
At the beginning of every in-game day, I roll 2d20s. I set them aside. And then during the game, I can swap them in whenever I want for anyone's rolls, ours or yours.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
You have
Those
some
are
sort
great.
of boon?
That's it. You had that last time, didn't you?
I'm a divination wizard. It is the
Yeah.
fundamental thing that my class does.
It's
That's
very
cool.
cool.
If I roll high, that means I can guarantee someone hits. If I roll low, it means I can guarantee someone loses a saving throw.
Probably
It
one
rules.
of my
It's
guys.
So much
not-
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
probably
cool.
one of your guys. but
Yeah.
depends if we're.
Sorry,
jerks.
I was mixing it up with also you do a lot of scrying, if I remember. Yeah. How are people doing? James says we're live, so I guess this is on YouTube.
Yeah,
Hello, live.
this is all in bootleg and on YouTube. So.
All right, I'm
Can you
recording.
link it?
Maybe.
And
I
then
just
tell me where
type.
you linked it.
I just type the incomparable into YouTube. The incomparable.
Oh no, you do. I go into Google and be like incomparable YouTube.
Look, I'm doing that exact thing right now.
I do that every time though. I do it.
Tony,
I
you've
feel
got to
old.
bookmark it.
Bookmarks.
Yes,
What are those?
bookmark it.
For
Yeah,
old people?
Tony. We're
I
in a
will put it in
library,
the-
Tony. Bookmark
Yeah,
it.
bookmark.
I put it in the Zoom chat.
I
It's
put
the
it in
link.
the Slack chat.
Well,
And then now I'm
I
gonna
put
click
it
it,
in
and we'll hear
the
some awesome
Roll20.
feedback. This is perfect.
Let's see. Oh, I got to hear Tiff admonishing people to link it again. We might be in the recording. So that's great.
Get those links.
Lay!
Girl links.
Oh my god.
As usual, I don't totally know what's going on, but whatever. I'm just glad to be here.
That's along for the ride.
Any reason we shouldn't play some Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know.
I can think of a few, but
Well,
we should still do it.
speak now, or So I think our plan, we're starting a new Candlekeep mystery. It's the level 11 adventure. It is called The Curious Case of Wisteria Vale. You have level 11 characters. Some of you, I think, had to pick some boons and stuff from previous things that had happened. I think we're gonna play 2 sessions with a break in the middle. That's how our
Works for
Saturday
me.
works?
Yeah.
Everyone's good. Everyone's recording. Lean, you good? You're recording. All right. Let me dive into things, and we will play the adventure.
Ooh.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, your dungeon master. Use he, him pronouns. And today we are starting up yet another new adventure. That's right. We are playing from the Candlekeep Mysteries collection, the adventure, The Curious Case of Wisteria Vale, a level 11 adventure. Joining me is a group of returning adventurers with returning characters who I will introduce in no particular order. First up, in no particular order, it's Monty Ashley. Monty, welcome back. Tell us about
Hi.
who you're playing.
Hi, Tony. I'm playing Cyril, the Turtle Wizard. He's kind of like a 3-foot tall guy, like 100 years old or something. He spent his entire career inside the library. Now
Just
he's
like
getting
me.
out and doing weird stuff.
Love it. Also joining us, it's Aline Sims. Welcome back, Aline.
Hello, I am bringing Jasper the Tabaxi monk back. She's been off doing things she can't talk about, but now she's back in the library.
Also joining us, it's Micah Sargent.
Hello, I'm Micah Sargent, he, him. My character is Ashguri Lone Walker Mako Tatahani, the male Goliath paladin. His pronouns are also he, him. He's a big old dude with a very kind and curious heart, and he goes by Lone Walker.
Medically large or just
both, and yes,
emotionally?
in comparison to the medical understanding of the day, where the human heart is the average,
but
certainly
proportional.
larger. Proportional for a Goliath, yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure it's not a medical situation. And next up, it's Tiff Arment. Welcome back, Tiff.
Hey, playing Paulie Lightheart Quartz. He, him, a rock gnome druid who has recently come into a lot of money and has been flaunting it with his new attire.
You know, money comes in quickly, money goes out quickly with Paulie. Yeah, it's a cash flow situation. And last, certainly not least, it's James Thompson.
Hello, I am playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, a high elf rogue who goes up to 11. And I think has just been collecting magical items to use at inappropriate moments.
The Dungeons and Dragons way. Well, our adventure is going to start off at one Candlekeep Library, basically the greatest library in the known world. It's like a walled city that is a library. And they have these fancy reading rooms and these structures called the Pillars of Pedagogy. And many an adventure has started there. It's, you know, I think it's Candlekeep Library is a place that adventurers kind of seek out to rub elbows with other adventurers, take care of book-related needs that they might do. But, you know, a lot of adventures basically start out with people being sucked into a book dragging you off into the wilderness or something like that. And I think there's just kind of a vibe in the reading room where, like, a book starts doing something and some people lean in and some people head to the door, and our stories follow the people that lean in. So it's you know, it's a chill Saturday afternoon. Paulie, Lone Walker, Jasper, and Cyril are there, probably reading books as you do, maybe enjoying a nice lukewarm meatball sub when
Lukewarm? Who do you think I am?
Okay, a freshly reheated through magical means meatball sub when Nyasa comes through the door.
I sort of push the door open with great force and say, I'm putting together a team.
Several other adventurers without names are very engrossed with their books, and some of them make a show of being more engrossed in their books and avoiding eye contact with you.
Wait, name one.
Name one. Hugh Weris the Bard.
I didn't realize you were gonna go for the people we know.
Hey, you started this fire.
I was trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's where I went. Townley, he's a guy with magic eyes. He's unavailable for scheduling reasons. James's racist lion, I always forget the name of.
He wasn't racist, he was misogynist. Yes, let's get it correct.
Yeah, he was misogynist.
I
He
feel
had
bad
no
that
problem
James played
with
that.
anyone.
Killed him. I
Except
thought he
James
women.
played
died.
that despicable lion once,
And-
and I bring it up about every other.
I
adventure.
hated that character, and I can't. I think I've
He was
deleted him from.
mansplained, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mansplained.
he was.
Mansplain, that's hilarious.
I
You
think
know-
I deleted him out of Roll20.
His character. I see his icon every time I come into the Candlekeep file. Maybe I should delete that. But yeah,
Set it on fire.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He's there. I don't know, talking to somebody, but it's actually like just a relatively benign statue that he's lecturing about something. But
About men's
several
rights.
other adventures either notice you, Nyasa, or are less successful at hiding from your gaze. Adventures such as Cyril, Lone Walker, Paulie, and Jasper.
You see Lone Walker set down this rich orangish brown tome that when it hits the table, it kind of dust kind of comes not from the table, but from the book itself. And I think anybody who kind of hears that sound and looks over can see the title of the book as Lone Walker just sort of has this look of disturbance on his face. And it's some sort of illustrated guide. And on the cover, it says, the title is Scatological Observations, and the author is E. Landman.
Of course it is.
Way to cross the streams.
Mhm.
And Lone Walker looks at you, Nyasa, and says, a team for what?
Well, this is going to sound bad, but we need to go and stab somebody. But it's for.
How many people do you need to stab someone?
Well,
Yeah, seriously.
okay. So, first of all, we're stabbing somebody for good.
Didn't ask.
Second of all, when we do stab them, we get 5,000 gold pieces to split equally amongst us all. And
I would like to do an insight check to see if it's really 5,000 or if he's holding some back.
Yep, roll insight. James, this is a contested check. Roll bluff.
well, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
I believe that, correct me if I'm wrong, James, but I believe Nyasa, surprisingly, is being honest about the
Yeah,
amount of
I
money.
did actually consider very much doing a Steve Jobs with this. But
I could see the gears spinning in your head, and you were
All right.
like, "Am I Steve Jobs or am I Steve Wozniak?" And I saw which way that two-faced coin landed.
and it's possible that we're going to have to stab a child. I'm not clear on that. But
Could you back up? Get more
Yes.
Why are we supposed to? Why? I
okay.
need to know why the stabbing.
Title card 7
Yeah.
days ago.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's a sketchy tavern in Baldur's Gate. We see it for some reason. Nyasa's story has an establishing shot in the story. There's a tavern with a wooden sign, kind of creaking in the breeze. It says it's the Hidden Flask. We cut to the interior of the tavern. It's seems like, I don't know how many of you have been to Baldur's Gate, but it's not always the nicest place. And this is kind of a low class establishment, not very well lit. A lot of cloaks, a lot of hoods up
Not
on
lit.
people drinking by themselves. This is not a party tavern. But Nyasa is there, and
So it's a party now.
well, you are partying for one in a booth at the back of the Hidden Flask.
That's sad.
When a woman approaches you, she looks like she's trying to be discreet, but also like her robes are just a little too nice for this part of Baldur's Gate. Her cloak with a hood looks like maybe it was bought yesterday just for this trip, and she holds up kind of a medallion with an icon of a harp on it. To kind of signal you as she slides into the booth across from you, Nyasa. This is Rilia, a person that you were scheduled to meet with.
I have already purchased drinks for both of us.
She looks at the drink and sees the amount of
Presumptuous.
stuff kind of floating at the top of the surface and gives you a nod.
This was the good pint.
So you are Nyasa Nightweaver.
I am. So, why have you summoned me here?
Well, my organization is familiar with your exploits, and we need somebody with your particular set of skills, specifically someone familiar with book-related challenges.
Ah, yes, books. That's what you think of first when you think of me, not say knives.
Well, that will come into play also. You see, we need help with rescuing an agent of our organization. There was this whole scene. I was not around at the time. Very successful agent operative of our organization got corrupted by an evil artifact. We needed to figure out a way to kind of put him on ice until we could develop a cure. And so he was trapped inside a book for about 3 years.
It happens. It's a great way to avoid taxes.
I wouldn't know. I've been hard at work developing a cure that will end this horrible curse on him, and then we can free him from the book. But we need someone to go into the book and deliver the cure. And she pulls out, it's like kind of a rectangular wrapped piece of hide, and it puts it on the table, and it kind of clanks on the table. And she slides it across the table in your direction, Nyasa.
Well, I'm not really a sort of medical person. I mean, what are we talking here? Like some kind of vial of potion or
Well,
something?
it's not that kind of vial. It's a magic crystal dagger I've been developing.
Daggers, you say? Well, okay. This I can get on board
Peeking
with.
inside the wrapped up hide, you see a dagger made from just like a single shard of crystal with kind of an improvised leather hilt wrapped around one edge of it, and it just barely catches the light, and you see all kinds of tiny little runes carved into the dagger. Yes, the agent, his name is Quill, Errant Quill specifically, and well, we need you to stab him with this dagger for his own good.
Is it going to kill him?
No,
I
it
don't
will
have a
free
problem
him,
with that, but
free him from the curse.
free him from the curse of life. Got it.
No,
Right.
no, he's been corrupted by an evil artifact. It's really bad. My organization, they put him in this magical plane inside the book. It's supposed to be peaceful. They tell me it simulates his childhood home, and he probably is not aware of the passage of time as we are, kind of frozen in place there. But you know, that's not something we like to do, and we need to get him out.
So you want me to
So-
stab a child? Right.
Well,
Got it.
he's not he's a grown man. He's an operative of the Harpers. He's probably older than you are.
Okay. I'll certainly remember this later.
Okay, we would never ask you to stab a child.
Oh.
I want to be very clear about that. We're only asking you to stab someone for their own good in this very, very specific circumstances.
This story isn't really explaining the things he said it was going to explain. Perhaps it will as we continue to listen.
I don't know. The book in question, it is titled "The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale." It's,
Curious taste of Wisteria Vale.
Yeah,
That's the
it has a
cookbook that's based
weird,
on the same
tangy
property.
taste. I'll tell you that.
It's from
What's
that
this adventure,
molasses
Tony?
flood that happened. Ever since then, everything tastes a little sweet.
We don't joke about that in Boston.
We're
Too
not in
soon.
Boston.
Too soon. It's part of the Candlekeep Library collection. I believe you're well familiar with the Candlekeep Library and the Avowed who staff it. And of course, my organization would pay you a generous stipend, given the danger of traveling into a demiplane and stabbing someone.
How generous? Just out of curiosity.
Let's say 5,000 gold pieces.
That I'm glad that that's the figure that you said.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you suggesting this demiplane is dangerous?
Well, it should be quite safe, but you never know how these things go. I wasn't there when they set it up.
Right. Okay. So it's in the book. The book was hidden inside the library. Okay. I might put together a team for this one.
Seems like a good idea. It may require a little bit of ingenuity to activate the demiplane. These things tend to be hidden in some ways. I'm not actually sure how it works. Again, I wasn't there. I'm just in charge of ending curses. That's my business.
And meeting people in taverns.
No one else was available.
Well, okay. This sounds completely straightforward. I can't see any problems at all with this. But I will go to Candlekeep, and I will.
I'm prepared to offer you half of the stipend up front in case you need it for purchasing supplies.
Excellent. I take the large bag of coins.
A large bag of money is passed across the table.
That's
Several patrons of the Hidden Flask take notice of this.
I make
You
note of
fight
their
your way
faces, and I'm going to get out of here fairly quickly. All right. Well, I don't know how much it's going to cost me to get to Candlekeep, but I will share some of this with the people that I hire.
Whatever you think is best. Let's meet back here in 2 weeks.
Deal. Okay.
When you shake hands and the meeting ends. And so does Nyasa's story. Smash cut back to Candlekeep Library.
And that's what
Interesting
happened.
story. So what can you
Today.
tell us about this Agent Errant Quill? What's he like? What are his abilities? How do we find him? What artifact corrupted him? You must have so much more information you can tell us.
Well, I didn't think to
I
ask
do,
that.
but no one asked me.
So,
So much information.
look, Nyasa's more focused on Crystal Dagger, Stab. You know,
It
I don't
probably
know what
doesn't
the
matter.
person-
There's not going to be that many people in this book. We just stab all of them. But
No, we ask each one, "Are you Aaron Quill?" And if they say yes, we stab them.
Monty,
Or
next
we
time next time I'll start the adventure with Cyril, I promise.
Cyril never leaves the library.
Yeah.
Can you use that roll change right now?
Yeah.
Can we fix this?
I think Lone Walker would need to. I will roll insight as Lone Walker tries to determine if Nyasa believes that the dagger will actually heal this person and that it's not just a way to clean up the mess. So even though Nyasa, you don't know for sure because you didn't insight check during the thing, I am trying to determine what you think because I think that you would have asked and clarified on that. So
Oh.
let me see what I get here.
Okay.
I got a 19 plus 1 is 20. 20 insight to try to figure out if Nyasa thinks this will actually heal. The stabbing will heal, or if the stabbing is just the Harpers trying to clean up their mess.
I think what you get is that Nyasa generally believes that this is going to heal, but doesn't actually care either way.
Can I do an Arcana check on the dagger to see if it's a magical dagger or just a chunk of crystal?
They're paying you a lot of
Ooh,
money to
nice.
just stab somebody for fun.
Well, I don't know.
If Nyasa is amenable to that, that seems. Like
I mean, if we're in a
very
quiet room, I
Yeah.
do have the dagger in one of my now empty dagger pockets.
Ooh.
Is it possible this dagger is worth more than $5,000?
Oh,
That's a
good
question.
question. I rolled a 20 on my Arcana check.
Wow, getting all these good rolls out of the way. You study this dagger, Cyril. It is carved from a single shard of amethyst, with kind of leather wrapped around the bottom end to create a kind of improvised hilt, and there are these minuscule runes emblazoned on the blade. Sometimes when the light hits it, the blade almost kind of pulses with inner radiance. As you are studying the runes, you can determine, Cyril, with that very good roll, that this dagger basically has been imbued with purifying magic. That is, I guess. Look, do we rate magic on a scale from good to bad? I don't know, but this seems to be a pretty good thing. It is. You also know that it is a one-time use magical artifact.
Okay, the dagger checks out. I'm going to give it back to Nyasa. Stab one person with it.
Okay. I can do
Agent
that.
Errant Quill, probably. But whoever you stab with it, that's it for this dagger.
Okay. Right. Good to
Crystal is
know.
not very structurally sound, really. Like if the pressure comes at just the wrong angle, the whole thing shatters.
So if this demiplane is full of like hundreds of errant quills, we're going to have a problem.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
I want to just generally. So I have adventured with Nyasa before, and she hid a bunch of stolen money in the bottom of my bag, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to. What's the general Nyasa vibe? Like, is she?
She's
being-
fun. She's,
is
Everyone
she-
do an insight check on Nyasa.
Yeah, is she being
Kind of looks like
honest?
James Thompson, but with blue skin. You know?
Yeah.
I
I was wondering where that
just-
money came from that was in my backpack after the
Yeah.
uncomfortable meeting.
Mm.
And it was James.
was stolen.
Look,
So I just
You
want
know-
to check.
Yeah, I think Nyasa Nightweaver is an interesting person that some of you have known for quite a while. I think she is sometimes a woman of mystery, a former assassin who has tried to turn good, but still has some has a dark past. Maybe one that should be more shadowy, but talks about it a lot.
yeah.
James, would you like to add to that?
I mean, I think she's like, she's straightforward. She's, she's not going to lie to your faces. He said very carefully.
Mhm.
Like sometimes things get hidden in backpacks when it's just the most convenient place that, you might want to smuggle something out, but that happens to everyone.
All right, I will choose to help her, but I'm gonna keep a wary
an eye on her.
her. Yeah.
Mm.
Look, there's 1,000 gold pieces in it, for your trust.
And in order to facilitate this trust, I suppose a down payment on that 1,000 is not out of the question, Nyasa?
Yeah, they did give me a slight upfront amount, which we can use to spend on equipment. And I'm willing to give you all the 350 gold pieces each, and we can buy equipment with that if we need
Perhaps
anything.
we could hold on to your 350 as well until after the adventure has ended. What
Well,
say you, Nyasa?
I was going to say we were going to go shopping and buy stuff.
Yes, and if you need anything, you can come to us and we will give you parts of your...
Okay, that's fair. You can have the 350 of mine as a
Excellent.
gesture of trust.
It's always nice when people are very generous with fictional money.
Yeah, I think
the
Lone
magic
Walker
Bitcoin?
remembers
Yeah,
the
zing.
spa and is just trying to and knows that in part Nyasa is motivated by finances and therefore by holding on, that Lone Walker is honest and so, truly honest, and so by holding on to it, you will be given your remainder afterward, but it's just kind of insurance.
Yep.
Is there a place to spend money here though?
There is a very basic adventuring supply store in the Court of Air. We could also pretend that Nyasa picked up some things in Baldur's Gate before heading over here. I don't know if there's anything that people are like, if only I had 1,000 gold, I would get XYZ that you'd been thinking about.
I mostly just bought Baldur's Gate souvenirs, really.
Okay.
I don't need equipment. I have magic powers.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't really need anything either.
I think there is the challenge also is like you are like a level 11 characters at this point. Like the things you can benefit from are like not cheap anymore.
Yeah, they're
right?
yeah, mostly
And
found, right?
Yeah, and they require or very expensive commissioning. They're not just off the shelf goodies anymore.
I just want a keychain with my name on it.
Wait, that
You-
came from Baldur's Gate, surely.
Yes,
Yeah.
I pull out of the bag. I
Little
have
license plate,
The little
yeah.
personalized keychains that said, I went to Baldur's Gate and all
I
I
can't
got was
believe
this
that-
lousy keychain.
I can't believe that they have one that says Osguri Lone Walker Makotaki.
I mean, it's really small print.
and, but the, and then the Polly one is like Polly with a Y.
Son of a bitch.
No, it's
hey.
not great on spelling.
Yeah.
While all this is going on, people are arguing about money.
Yep.
Can I spend 10 minutes to cast the spell Identify as a ritual?
Yeah. What does that like
I'm
to do?
identifying this dagger.
Okay. Tell me. I forget what identify gives you. What should I tell you about this dagger?
If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued item, you
Check.
learned its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it.
Okay. You know that, I mean, you knew a bunch about the dagger already, but I will tell you more. I think you know basically that this dagger was like created. You probably have like a vision of an archmage who happens to be named Rilia, creating this in a laboratory and imbuing it with kind of layers and layers of purification spells, and that it is intended to end the curse on someone who has been cursed by a powerful artifact. It must pierce the flesh of the intended, person to be purified. It is a relatively powerful one-time use artifact that a great deal of magic and components have been kind of poured into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we find the book and make our way?
The
to
door
this
opens,
realm?
and one of the avowed, the purple robed librarian monks that staff Candlekeep steps in. This is a kind of a young dwarven member of the avowed, and he sees the group of you and makes a beeline over. He unwraps a piece of velvet and places a kind of small green book on the table. He says, "The book you requested. I'll be going now," and disappears. On the table in front of you is a green book. Do I have art of it? I do, because they made art of every book that starts an adventure in Candlekeep Library. Here you go. It is green with kind of golden lettering on the cover and some kind of like leaf etchings around the edges. What else do they say about it?
CW. I can't wait for the fan art of Scatological Observations by Elivor Landman.
Oh,
The curious tale of Wisteria Vale is bound in green leather with leaves and vines carefully burned into the corners of the front and back covers. The title is embossed in gold on the front, but no author is credited on the outside of the book. The book is 6 inches wide, 9 inches tall, and an inch thick.
I see that this show is running on the CW based on the artwork.
Yeah, exactly. Why
so
is
the
the
book's
CW?
average. That's what we're saying.
Must be. Yes,
You know,
it's
teens like
middling.
it, or 40-year-old
Or a little
men.
above average,
Yeah.
actually.
I opened the book.
All right. You open the book, Cyril.
Yay!
The book, the pages inside are kind of cream colored, and there is the faint scent of flowers and grass. The writing is neat and steady, as if handwritten by a practiced calligrapher.
Page 1.
So what's it say?
All right. Looking through it,
It was a weird day in Wisteria Vale. The taste was everywhere.
I regret everything now. And with each joke, it makes it harder and harder for them to edit out that part where I corrected myself.
I know.
Yep. This appears to be a bound copy of a play, Cyril, presented in 3 acts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Railroad.
Ooh, I'll be the narrator.
I don't have
hand
a
out
script.
parts. Hand out
I,
parts.
it's a bound book. I don't
I'm
have
opening it. I'm reading it. Let's
Unbound
go.
it.
All right.
Act 1, scene
Act
1.
Somebody make
One.
copies. Hurry.
Yeah.
Gosh, this sure tastes weird.
In the first act, it tells the story of the
Exit. Pursued by
protagonist,
bear. Okay, sorry.
one Vargan, who lives a peaceful childhood in the village of Wisteria Vale. Vargan is a boy with a penchant for storytelling and a knack for magic. During the day, he helps his parents on the farm. There's a musical number, and in the evening, he performs at the tavern to the delight of all villagers. Seems like the musical number should be there. Um, so the play kind of then flashes forward to Vargan is just about to be an adult when a villain appears. The cruel Lord Ethrin Rathmore visits Wisteria Vale and demands the finest food, drink, and a place for lodging. When the simple hospitality of Wisteria Vale is not to his liking, the evil Lord Rathmore burns down the village. Leaving Vargan alive as a witness to his punishments and a show of force, but not before slashing Vargan across the face with a crystal dagger.
It seems a little derivative, but keep going.
The event changes Vargan forever, and he
Lion
vows
King.
to bring down the evil Lord Rathmere and prevent him from hurting other innocents, as Vargan's family and friends were hurt by the evil Lord. At the end of Act 1.
If there's only one song in it, is it still a musical?
Act 2. Vargan tracks down Lord Rathmore in a bustling city that sure sounds like it's Baldur's Gate, but it's not named. The Vargan has become a bard, and he is basically stalking Lord Rathmore across the city, unsure of what to do next, when he is approached by a wizard. The wizard tells Vargan that she is part of a secret group also looking to take care of Lord Rathmore and others who have been corrupted by evil, and invites Vargan to join a secret society. And this is how Vargan becomes a member of the Harpers, second musical number.
Okay, it is a musical.
It's called Vargan Jargon.
Yeah. With the aid of information from the Harpers and some magical items, Vargan sneaks into Lord Rathmore's manor during a banquet, disguised as a performer, and dispatches the evil lord once and for all. Vargan becomes obsessed with the fact that there are many other corrupt and evil people all throughout the land, and that only people like him and the Harpers can stop them.
I
End
thought
of
the
Act
Harpers
2.
were a secret society.
Yeah, they are.
Well, why are they in a play?
I don't know.
It's fan fiction.
Yeah. Act 3. What a long info dump. Vargan has become more powerful, using his talents in magic and espionage to single-handedly take down corrupt kings and mages up and down the Sword Coast. He is starting to become a legend among and outside of the Harpers. He attempts to stay humble, but he believes it's his duty to protect others at all costs. At the climax of the play, Vargan battles an archmage who has been turned evil by an ancient crystal touched by the evil god Sirik. Though Vargan defeats the archmage, prolonged exposure to the crystal corrupts him, and he becomes paranoid and suspicious that he must now eliminate the Harpers. And the Harpers kind of swoop in and trap Vargan inside a book. The play ends with a kind of hacky monologue by the Harper wizard, saying that although Vargan's ultimate fate is still unknown, the day will come when light banishes darkness.
So say we all.
Not a very satisfying ending.
Okay, and
And
abracadabra.
so I
we
have
get
read,
sucked into the book.
and so I have read an entire book to Zero. I hope you're happy.
Are we all just
The
like sitting,
end.
like listening?
Exeunt.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh, crisscross
Getting a little
applesauce.
cozy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some snacks.
I fell asleep, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think he's hidden
So
in
those
this book.
meatballs.
I think this is a play telling us what book he's hidden in.
Ah.
I go back to the part where it says they hid him in a book. Does the play say anything about the book he's hidden in?
I mean,
Yes, it says that he's been hidden in a copy of Wisteria Vale, so that
okay.
he will be kind of frozen in time in his childhood at a more peaceful time until he can be saved.
this is
Perhaps we must perform one of the musical numbers to gain entry to the book. I believe Vargan Jargon was the name. 1, 2, 3, and no, I'm kidding.
it's like a 5-part a cappella
Yeah.
Do we
rendition.
have a choreographer?
with Zoom lag.
You guys have been rehearsing for weeks, right?
Yes. Wow, that would be quite the thing to pull out for the listeners. So
We'll
what do we do
put it in
here?
post.
You guys think of something. I'm going to spend another 10 minutes and identify this book and
Good idea.
see if there's something magical here.
Mm.
First, I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic for 10 minutes.
Okay. Everyone just sits around while Cyril
Yep, we're just watching.
casts rituals.
I like picking stuff out my teeth with a crystal dagger.
So wait, did I hear this right? That the book is written, like the story in this book is about someone trapped in the book? Like what
Yeah.
came first, the book or the story?
It's very meta.
Probably the story, and then it was written down in a book. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, maybe it was blank pages. Makes you think.
Huh.
You cast Detect Magic or something on the book.
Detect Magic first,
whatever
and then
the
it is magic that I'm going to cast Identify.
You know that this book, in addition to being a book, you can tell that
It's
it
a
is
book.
no, you can tell that it is a magical item and that it is a connection to a demiplane, which is, basically like a little pocket dimension. There is likely, just based on your knowledge of how magic works, there is likely some kind of magical command phrase that needs to be spoken in order to access that.
Great. Nyasa, surely you asked how to get into the book and what control phrases we should use?
You would think that, wouldn't you?
Mainly,
Can we have a flashback?
Smash cut back to the tavern. Nyasa's just counting the money. Smash cut back to the library.
Can one of us roll like a history or some check to see if we know any Harper mottos or phrases
Please,
or something?
somebody roll something.
Okay, multiple. Actually, I will.
I'll roll and see if I remember anything from the
I don't know.
conversation
There,
that I
and
forgot.
I'll
to-
assist you. I'll assist
right.
you. So I'm trying to like pump you up and get your memory
Yeah.
back. So you have advantage.
Oh, so this is what was I rolling?
Just roll history.
I
with an
suggested history,
History.
but
Okay,
that's up
I
to
can
you
do a
too.
history. I got a 13.
That's with advantage
Oh, with advantage.
because I helped you.
A little judgy there.
Yeah. it's
Why?
like,
Why don't you
Sam.
roll better?
I got
You've been
a-
playing Dungeons and Dragons for quite a while. That's the best you can do.
I got a 7, so I got a 30.
Oh my god.
You got a 13.
I rolled an 18
Well,
without help. I have a +9 to history, guys. I'm a
Yeah.
real nerd.
Nyasa knows that the Harpers are an organization and didn't ask many questions beyond that. Cyril knows that they are an organization of spellcasters and spies who covertly oppose abuses of power, magical or otherwise. They operate in basically all the major cities on the Sword Coast, usually in kind of isolated cells so that they can't be compromised, and that their symbol is a harp.
And they all have friendship bracelets that say
They don't have friendship.
No, because they're a
Friendship,
secret society.
friendship.
wanna Cyril,
make
I'm
everyone
gonna
friendship
say that thinking about it, you feel like there must be something in the text of the play that cues at what the command phrase is going to be, because surely the Harpers would have left something in place so another Harper could come along and figure out what to do.
So all you need to do is read the whole book aloud, and we'll get there.
Okay. Act 1, Scene 1.
Oh my god.
Bargain. Gosh, it sure is lovely being a child.
So if
The part where they
I
trapped them in the book.
what check would I roll to think of memorable phrases from the first reading?
You can make a intelligence check.
Okay. It's not my strong suit, y'all, but
Mm.
yeah, that's a 7.
I help.
You could also, Micah, you could also just roll.
That's true. I'll
It's
roll.
basically the same thing,
Well,
right?
Intelligence check. Do. How smart are you? That's only a 9.
My character is literally no help in any of this. I'm involved in so many book adventures, and all I could do
Yep.
is mess with rocks. Like that's
Yep.
like it.
Well,
All right, I'll do
Totally
it.
useless.
I'll
Cut
do an
to-
intelligence check. I feel bad that I'm doing all that I keep.
nerd.
This is why
Ah.
why we brought people with why I wanted people with skills.
I got a 16.
Cyril, I mean, I don't know how many plays you've read, but the whole like monologue from the Harper Wizard at the end seems real hacky.
Oh, what's the first letter of each word? It's a
Well,
classic.
it says, "We lift up our light to reveal what is hidden and banish the darkness forever." So WLUOLTRWIHABTDF.
You lost me at W.
I don't think that says anything. You notice in the copy of it, like, it's hard to do like calligraphy in bold, but like they've like really that last line is like kind of in extra dark ink.
And what was that last line again?
What was that?
What was that last line that was in bold?
We lift up our light to reveal what is hidden and banish the darkness forever.
Can we? Is there a candle or something?
Are you gonna burn the book?
I'm
There's
gonna hold the. I'm
there's
gonna,
some,
like, lift up
I think they
the-
have magic glowing orbs. I think they
It's
avoid
called Candlekeep.
having
There has
open
to be.
flames. Okay. There's one candle. It's in the
Okay,
keep.
I know
Well, they
that it's
kept them
not.
all, so that's
Is that
good.
They have to
candles?
be magic
Keep.
candles because candles are dangerous next to books.
Mhm.
So Lone Walker is going to lift up the light in front of the book, like hold the book,
Yeah.
the candle over the book, and like wave it back and forth, like we're lifting
Yeah.
up the light to banish
As
the
you
darkness.
hold the back page up in direct line of sight of light, you can see kind of just barely written in invisible ink
Oh,
below
brother.
that last line.
Invisible
It
ink is
says-
urine, you guys.
It's always urine.
It could be
Lemon
lemon
juice.
juice. It could
It's
be
not
lemon juice.
magic. I thought it was like some
It's
magic.
never
This is just
lemons.
invisible ink.
It's always urine.
It says Harper's at Twilight.
It says what?
Harper's at Twilight.
Do we need to wait until twilight to
Do we just need
wait?
to
When
say
is
that?
twilight? Oh, you think so? Say
Maybe.
it. Someone say it. Hey, Paulie. Wait. Hey,
You're the one who
Paulie,
can read
what-
it.
You've read it.
What does
Lone
this say?
Walker.
Hop is at twilight.
The book explodes.
Ah,
Um,
hey!
all of suddenly the pages are just flying around you as if each
Oh,
of them has separated. Yeah. They swirl all around you, and then they start to form like a circle, and then the circle becomes an oval in front of you. It expands, and there is a magic portal formed with a border of fluttering pages in front of you. All of the other adventurers in the room have left at this point.
So we got to get out of here.
I knew you nerds could sort this out.
Oh yeah, that's what it was the whole time. You're like, I had this figured out. Well, Lone Walker walks in.
Lone Walker disappears into the magic portal.
Cyril follows Lone Walker into a certain death.
All right.
Yeah,
That's two
yep.
2 out of 5. Polly,
Holy
3
Ghost
out of
2.
5.
What the
Yep.
hell?
Yep. Oh, this isn't my first book portal.
Mhm.
Just go
I
through.
wait like 10 seconds just to see that the thing doesn't like combust or do anything and then step through the portal.
All right.
Also, I would like
Um,
to note really quickly for everyone who's written down things on their character sheet. I don't know if it was bad math by James or fake math by Nyasa, but
wondered about that.
2,500 divided by 5 is 500 gold pieces apiece,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
350.
It's
We know.
fake
Nyasa
math
was
by
aware.
Nyasa. Yeah.
But Nyasa didn't
Yeah,
tell
so-
you how much advance she got. So
Mm.
So you're just going to pay us later?
Yeah.
yeah, I was just holding on to a bit more. Just in
Okay,
case.
I see.
That's a
It's
page
just
right
a little
out
bit
of
of
Paulie's
harmless
book.
larceny.
It's not larceny, it is just
Exactly.
it's financial
tax fraud.
planning.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry around 350 gold pieces. That's heavy.
You each blip into reality one at a time on the kind of outskirts of a kind of quaint farming village surrounded by woods on all sides. Uh, as your eyes kind of focus on what's going on here, like the unreality of it is kind of immediately obvious to you. Like the colors are just like a little bit too bright.
Oh my
The
God, Stardew
sky
Valley.
I'm
is
gonna
a
grow
shade
so
of
many
blue.
carrots.
The the sun is just too perfect. The way the like trees kind of sway in the breeze has kind of a like 2 frames of animation quality to it. But yeah, you appear to be on the edge of a kind of a quaint little farming village here. I've placed you on the on a map that shows the whole village. You are at kind of the southernmost entry into it. You can see there's kind of a trail that leads off through the woods to the south.
Into the
But clearly the
woods.
town is ahead of you to the north. You can see just from where you are, this is, maybe the town's in a little bit of a little nice little rolling valley here. That there are some farms on kind of the west side of the town. There are some shops kind of in the center of the town. There's a marketplace, is kind of that big gray square, and there's
Is
like a
there like a
big
little
house.
pixie boy with a sword cutting grass in the middle,
Oh
chasing
yeah,
chickens?
there's a
breaking-
bunch of clay. There's wreckage
breaking
of
pots.
dozens of
Pots
clay
everywhere.
pots.
Just broken everywhere.
Yep.
Why do I keep hearing hey and listen?
Listen.
I think we're here
Um,
to do a Seven Samurai thing, guys. This will be
Mm.
fun.
But there's only 5 of us.
You could split up to cover more ground.
Oh, that's always a good idea.
So,
I'm immediately curious about the path behind us, if I'm honest, but
well, is there a portal or anything? Is there a sign of an exit, or are we just?
There is not. You
Ah.
just blipped into existence. There is no magic portal made of spinning book pages behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna try another intelligence check to see if I can remember the play telling us where in the village or around the village his home was.
Sure.
That's an 18.
There was not any information about that. There was also the kind of confusing thing about how the play was about someone named Vargan, and you are looking for someone named Errant Quill. You suspect that the play may have basically been like a fictionalized version of Errant Quill's life that maybe has some similarities to real events, but was not intended to be an accurate nonfiction depiction of that.
But it's easier to include real details.
It is. And yet,
Not this time.
Well, is there a tavern? We should start there.
there does seem to be a tavern. Do you want to head into town and look for the tavern?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here.
Sometimes the adventures start in the tavern. Sometimes we get to the tavern 45 minutes in.
Yeah. Depends. This is the second tavern of this adventure. But this one is made up. Not like the other tavern, which was real.
Very
inside of
real.
the made up world of D&D. The tavern, this map has numbers on it. So the tavern is at W3, which I have identified there.
Is that the
so
name of the
WW?
tavern?
It is not. It's just how it's indicated on the map. Feel free to move your tokens over there.
It's an
It doesn't
internet
super matter.
tavern.
You head across town, and you see people engaged in various farm chores. There's people selling like fruits and vegetables, and the tavern, kind of in the center of town, next to the marketplace, is called Blossom's Rest. It looks like just like a really kind of sunny, clean, tidy, well kept tavern from the outside.
From the outside.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very well-kept tavern. We won't even have to skim dirt and dust off the top of our beverages, one would presume.
Would
From
you like
the
to head in?
outside.
From the
Did the
outside.
pla-
True.
Did the play mention anything about the tavern?
It did not.
I think Lone Walker's going to go in.
I'm gonna
This
go
is
in and-
often a great
definitely
information
going in.
finding.
We're gonna have to try
Okay.
the fictional drinks or imaginary
Mhm.
drinks and see what they're like.
You head
Oh,
into
this is creepy.
Oh my gosh,
Blossom's
everyone's
Rest.
digital.
Is the bartender
Inside,
a root beer tapper guy?
no. Inside, it looks like there's a bunch of simple farm people.
They're
But they
all
all
named
look like
NPC.
they all look really friendly. Just everyone looks like they're having a good time. Behind the bar, it looks like they might be like a married couple, just from context clues. You see a kind of middle-aged dwarf and a middle-aged wood elf, and they're going back and forth. They're both kind of polishing glasses, and one of them polishing glasses, the other one's polishing the bar top. And the dwarf kind of greets you. Welcome, travelers. Welcome to Blossom's Rest. What can I get for you?
What do you recommend?
I recommend the mead.
Is this going to be like a video game where they're NPCs and they only have a few phrases?
Yes.
Just keep
One mead,
poking
please.
to click
I am
through.
error.
The dwarven bartender plonks a tankard of mead on top of on the bar top. You're not even really sure if you saw him pour it so much as just kind of appear from behind the bar. And he just places that in front of you, Cyril.
Thanks. Say, you don't know where a kid named Vargan is, do you? Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Can't say I know much about Vargan.
Say, you don't know where somebody named Aaron Quill is, do you? Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Oh, Quill lives in the manor house at the top of the hill.
Boom.
Thank you. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Anybody got any side quests?
Good question. Have you heard
Are
any
there
rumors
rats in the
lately?
basement?
Whose girlfriend
cheer-
needs a flower from an obscure field?
the cheerful tavern patrons stare at you with unblinking eyes.
Oh, they're so creepy.
Somebody roll an insight check.
Okay.
I rolled a 12 plus my insight. That is a 12.
I have a 22.
Polly,
Wow.
staring around,
Go
you get
Polly.
something feels a little off about this tavern, and you've been to a lot
You
of
would
taverns,
say.
like a lot. And then it hits you, despite all of the people in the tavern having various beverages in front of them, nobody seems to actually be drinking.
That's all I got for a 22.
That's what you got for 22.
The meat tastes pretty good, but the corners of the pixels kind of tickle my throat as they go down.
You should have gotten a higher bit rate.
When we drink the beverages, are we actually drinking them?
I'm just
Would
watching
you like to
Monty
order?
to see
Yeah, so
what's
far
happening.
only Cyril is drinking.
Is he drinking them?
I'm not.
Cyril, it tastes like mead to you.
Delicious.
I want to poke somebody.
Yeah, good idea.
I just poke them.
You approach a farmer and poke a farmer.
Yeah, I'll poke the
um,
farmer.
Okay.
What do you have to roll for that?
The farmer
Roll the
says,
poke farmer.
You're a level adventurer, level 11 adventurer. You can poke a farmer without
That's
rolling.
like 2 pokes.
Yeah. The old farmer says, "Hey, stop that."
Oh.
All right, I tickle him a little.
Hey, stop that.
He'll laugh. All right. That's all I got.
I think Lone Walker asks one of them, "What is your favorite beverage to have here?"
I recommend the mead. Says
Is
the
that
farmer.
what you have in front of you?
I recommend the mead. He holds up the mead that he's drinking.
Would you tell me what it tastes like?
I recommend the mead.
And Lone Walker just kind of looks around like, "Oh, okay." Yeah,
I think we're making this play worse so far.
Yeah. When they remix it, it'll be better.
Is there a bar stool like clipping into the floor or anything?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like a little shifty.
Can we invest in this business so that we get more money out of it later?
You want to invest in a fictional bar inside of a book?
Inside
Where
of
no
a
one
fictional
drinks?
game.
Yeah.
I mean-
think
I feel that Nyasa is the kind of person who would be investing in fictional currencies that are not worth anything.
Oh,
Those are very big in America right now. So
is there any
Yeah.
reason we shouldn't just go to the manor now that we
Nope.
know?
I don't know if there's
mean,
anything
it
you would like to
seems
talk
like
to these
it
people
seems
about.
straightforward.
Like, I figure we're probably going to have to kill this lord when he comes to demand his whatever food and lodging. But for now, what if we just went to the manor house and just stabbed this kid?
Oh, it's a bug's
Again,
life.
not a
That's
kid.
what this is.
Not a kid.
But if we see any kids,
um,
Well, the first thing you said was in Act 1, Vargan is a child.
I think I
Was.
said that, but that was because Nyasa just heard the fact that this was
No, this was from when we were reading the play.
Yes, I'm just gonna say here because it seems to be an area of frequent misunderstanding. I think the idea is that poor Aaron Quill has been trapped in like a simulation of his childhood home,
Yeah.
but he is not a child.
So when we look upon this person, we will see an adult person before
I mean,
us.
we have not done that yet, and may not for some time. But yes,
Okay.
yes.
But just keep
I
your
wanna
eyes
go
open. If
to
you
the-
see any children
the
on the way to the manor,
Manor.
Four
Just in
children
case.
scamper
You can
across
only
the
use
road.
it once, okay?
chasing like
don't
a
go
hoop.
wasting it on no
A
children.
hoop and a stick. Yeah. Which of the four children will you stab, Nyasa? With your
For
one,
questions or answers to questions.
Yeah.
with your one-time used magic dagger.
Oh, adventure's over. We wasted it on a child.
And now you're stuck inside a book forever.
I
well,
say we go to the manor.
yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Seems sensible.
You head on this map. The manor is helpfully labeled W6. Oh, I put it on the wrong layer. Everything's great. Everything's great. This is gonna wait. There you go. It's on the north side of town. As you head over there, the manor is clearly the nicest house in all of Wisteria Vale. And some of the houses here are not bad, but this is like a multi-story stone house made out of like white, beautiful stone with nice, lovely bay windows, manicured shrubbery outside of it. Kind of fancy, lots of windows, really gleams in the light as you catch it. As you approach the manor house, it seems like kind of devoid of any signs of life or activity. Yeah, I have a map for the manor house I can take you to if you want. Otherwise, you're on the world map looking at the manor house.
Well, let me knock the front door first.
All right. Nyasa approaches the front door and raps loudly, but not too loud, like just like the right amount, yeah. Nothing happens.
I try the door.
Let's see here. Is the door locked? The door is locked.
Well, I kneel down in front of the lock and pull a bunch of.
I just like to point out, how long have you been in this demiplane inside a book before James committed a felony?
This place is
Lone
not real,
Walker
therefore
leaves the
nothing we
porch.
do here
Okay.
is a crime.
Okay.
Yeah, Paulie's gonna go around back because
Let's see. Paulie, you do a quick kind of loop around the house.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, you finish.
Yep. There are a variety of windows that are not super accommodating, especially if you are a Goliath or a short turtle or gnome. But there is also a side kind of servant's entrance on the west side of the house. Yeah. Lone Walker, what did you say you wanted to do?
You said there are big old windows on the front. Yeah.
Big old windows. Yep.
Lone Walker glances into the window.
All right. You are looking into the window. It looks like there's kind of a big ornate kind of front hall. Maybe we'd call it a foyer inside the house. And you can see some other like ornate looking rooms beyond that. This looks like a pretty fancy place.
At the foyer, I can move to a place that I can see up to 30 feet in front of me as Lone Walker's mist surrounds him. and then poof, in theory, we'll see if Tony says yes, appears in that foyer with the hopes that he can unlock the door from inside without needing to use.
All right. Yeah. Nyasa, you are having a hard time with the 8-bit lock because you brought non 8-bit lock picks with
16-bit
you.
pixel.
16-bit.
Oh, this is one of those.
16-bit.
This is one of those lock picking mini games you have to do sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm generally
and
quite
the
good at
rumble
those.
pack on the. All right. Let's see. I'm setting you up with this map. Lone Walker. Let's see here. Do you see I put everybody else's
Yeah.
on the other side of the double doors?
Oh,
Lone
wait.
Walker,
I'm
you
around
appear.
back.
You're what?
I'm around the back.
Oh, well, you're over here then. Hold on, and I'll reveal that. Zink. I'll reveal more of the house then.
Oh my.
It's a big house.
Oh yeah, Polly's getting around.
Round, round, get around. Polly gets around.
Yeah, I'm around back. Just in
All
case
right.
someone runs out the back door, you know.
There's
Are
no
you a
back door,
cop?
but
You have to tell us.
there's no back door.
I've had experience with some cops.
There is a side door, Polly, if it matters. On the west side of or the left side of the house is a side door. That's the right side.
Yeah.
Okay. Lone Walker, you are in the kind of fancy looking foyer here. Yeah, you see a bunch of doors. You do see some kind of fancy suits of armor over by a double door on the north side. Nyasa is clicking away at the main door to the house just to your south.
I look at the door to see if there's a lock thing to turn,
There is.
and I turn it and open the door.
All right, Nyasa falls on.
I comedically fall forward
Yeah.
onto the bed.
Yep.
I had it. I did not
I
have it.
believe you did, but we should probably move quickly and quietly, and I worry about wards.
Yeah. Looking around, there are you're in the kind of stately grand hallway here. Marble walls, high ceilings, lots of fancy little candelabras and little sconces. Occasionally there are kind of tapestries or relatively nondescript paintings. And you can see from here, there's a door to your east. There's 2 doors to your west. There's a double doors to the north. There's like a short little half flight of stairs in kind of the northeast corner of this long hallway. And there's a big kind of more ornate set of stairs heading up to the second floor of the house, just west of you, Lone Walker, or left of you.
And what are these guys?
And there are 2 suits of armor
Okay.
kind of flanking the double doors to the north. So noteworthy are they? They are on the map as tokens.
I'm sure for no reason whatsoever.
No reason.
This looks
whatsoever.
Should we shout? I want to shout.
Shout it out.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you? Unless someone says not to, I'm going to shout.
I mean,
2, 1.
give it your full.
Agent Aaron Quill, we
I'm
are
not
here to
now.
save you.
The suits of armor flanking the double doors snap to attention, draw their swords, and advance upon you menacingly.
Unexpected.
Is this where it all ends? Murdered inside a house, inside a book, inside a library, inside a game that we create with our imagination? Probably not, because the podcast must go on. But to see what happens next, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.
Yay.
Done.
If there's no
Paulie
red
and
button,
Little
I'm going
Anthony
to
are
find
the
a
only
red
ones
button
that
and press
live.
it.
Yeah. Just hanging out of the side door. Like, are you going to let me in?
I'm like, hey.
You have heard people go in the front door, so you are welcome to do that if you want. All right, I am going to add you to the initiative order, and at the start of next session, you will roll initiative, and we will do some stuff. But shall we take a short break and come back soon?
Indubitably.
How
All
much
right.
of a break?
We'll be back in like 7 minutes. How about that?
Okay.
That's an odd, but
Very
sure.
specific.
I love it.
7 minutes.
More than 5, but specifically
7 minutes
more than
in
5.
heaven. That's right.
Ooh.
All right.
Aw.
Way to make it
BRB.
weird, Jeff.
You know what Paulie's doing.
I don't. I don't want to know.
Everyone double check that
And
they
we're
are
back.
still recording or restarting a recording or whatever it is you're doing. But we are going to continue stuff. Hi, live stream. Hi, bootleg. We are going to play
No
another
live
hour
stream.
or so of our Candlekeep mystery for today. Yeah. But I think we'll just start the episode and then you'll find out what's happening because I'll do a recap for the non-bootleg live stream listeners, which you can also benefit from. How about that?
How about that?
Man, I made a list of all the villagers that you could talk to that you super didn't.
You did not
You
make
weren't
the
prepared for the first time. You're prepared.
you did not make the
Like,
NPCs
we
seem
don't
like they
talk
had
to
a
you.
lot to say.
I
Frankly,
mean,
Yeah.
They all
don't.
really like ale.
But I'm just gonna put in this name
Or mead.
of fake farmers.
Jory Puddleford?
I know Jory Potterford's secrets will go unknown unless you leave.
Can we
Like,
romance
gonna
all these
find that.
characters?
these
Elric
are
Tumblebarrel.
non-romanceable NPCs.
Oh.
James.
They're always non-romanceable NPCs.
Greta
these days.
Barley Brook.
Mhm.
Oh, you can bring her a flower.
Wait, sorry. Brom Big Hands Wainwright? I want to
Oh
meet
yeah,
Brom.
I'm gonna need to get a hold of that Brom.
Well, you know what? You
I
were
want him to
like,
get a hold of me.
go
that's right.
to the manor house, and this is what you miss out on. But also,
I think we're romancing some NPCs. Let's
also the dungeon
Let's get-
master's dilemma, where if I prepare something, it will go unused. So
DMD, yeah.
Yep. Oh,
We
well.
Let's store these
We
guys.
went to the
Yeah.
pub. They told us where to go. We went.
Yeah. No, it's
From
fine.
now on, whenever
I'm not critiquing you. I'm critiquing
Marla
me.
Thistlebloom.
whenever
Yeah.
you need an NPC, it'll be big hands.
Yeah.
Exactly.
These
Old
are specifically farmer NPCs, though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if I was running an adventure and needed a bunch of like Thieves Guild members, these names would not work. Would you take a thief named, you know, what did I have? Old Jedrick Hayward as thief?
Yes!
Seriously, as a thief? Never.
mean,
Old
like,
Jedrick
Bram-
Hayward the thief. That dude rules.
No, that
I
guy.
mean-
that guy grows barley. You can tell by
He's,
the name.
he's
I think Bram
old.
Big Hand. If you're called Big Hands and you're a thief, you know,
Mm.
it probably means that you've crushed people's heads with those.
No,
hands.
you want little hands as a thief. Little children's hands to pick locks. So-
We've outlawed the.
I cut
child
off my hands
thieves.
and replaced them with children's hands. What?
Wow, that you are so you're some kind of
I've stolen
lich
these
thief?
hands.
Yeah. Where did you get all these hands from?
Check out these little hands I
But
have.
there's lots of kids
Oh,
running
you put the
around
little
with
hands
giant
on top of
hands
each
now.
finger, so like each finger has little
Oh,
hands.
no,
All right,
no,
I am
no,
starting the adventure
no.
before this goes any further. Welcome
Awesome.
back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, your dungeon master for the next hour. Today, we are continuing one of our Candlekeep mysteries, specifically the curious case of Wisteria Vale. What is happening in this adventure? Well, they've gotten sucked into a book, as they are wont to do, those adventurers. But this time, they meant to. They have gone into a book looking for a Harper agent known as Errant Quill. They intend to cure him of a dreadful curse. How will they cure him? By stabbing him with a magic dagger, as you do. Who are these people inside a book? What are they getting up to? Let's meet them now. I will introduce them in initiative order because they have provoked some magic suits of armor that are about to attack them. First up, it's Tiff Arment. Welcome, Tiff. Who are you playing?
Hey, I'm playing the rock gnome druid Paulie Quartz, who is flush with rocks and lurking around the back.
As you do. Also here, James Thompson.
I'm playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, high elf rogue who is here to either A, kill a child, or B, romance a farmer.
Okay, next up, Micah Sargent.
I am not doing those things. Well, not the first one at least. But I play Ajguri Lone Walker Mako Tatahani, a Goliath paladin, he, him, who goes by Lone Walker.
And also joining us, it's Aline Sims.
Hello, I'm playing Jasper the Tabaxi monk, and our pronouns are she, her.
And last but certainly not least, he's just a turtle and therefore rose lowest on the initiative order. It's Monty Ashley.
I'm Monty Ashley. I'm playing Cyril, who's a little turtle boy wizard.
Lovely. So you have been trapped inside the demiplane that is the book, The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale. You have briefly talked to some people at a bar where the people seemed not quite peoply. You've made your way to the manor house where apparently Errant Quill lives. Broken in, as you do. and provoked some animated armor, magical suits of armor that are going to attack you, presumably for breaking into a house and yelling. I don't totally know how the justice system works here. Now, thankfully, the animated armor is somewhat slow, so they are very clanky as they kind of announce that they are a threat and hostile to you. But almost everyone except for Cyril is going to get to go before the suits of armor. So, Paulie, you get to go first. We're going to call them left suit and right suit, if that's okay.
Since I'm like around this side door,
Yeah.
can I check the door first as a free action to see if it's
Yeah,
open?
the door is locked.
Okay. Then, is there a gap underneath the door?
I mean, I think it's not an airlock. So I guess that means there's some level of gap. Yes, I would say a
Well,
mouse or a smaller animal could fit through it.
all right. I'm gonna wild shape into a mouse and get under the door instead of trying to get around the building since my speed is super slow.
All right, I think you're gonna have to leave little Anthony behind because he's not a mouse. Um, you
Oh,
scamper
damn.
you scamper under the door, and you are in what appears to be the kitchen of the manor house. It's bright and clean. There's windows that look out into the yard. The air smells of spices, and a kind of a servant is there working at a large iron pot. It looks like he's making stew, and he's humming loudly to himself.
All right. Little Anthony does come with me because
Oh,
he also, can wild shape into basically
he can also be
anything.
invisible and stuff too,
Yeah,
right?
and he can be a centipede. It's a whole
Yep.
thing. Yeah,
Yep.
so he's coming with me. Um, all right, I am in the kitchen. I'm trying to stay away so I don't get kind of like squashed for being a mouse in the kitchen.
Yep.
And but I do want to know, do I detect meatballs?
Roll
Roll
detect meatballs,
Okay.
which is I think perception.
Let's see. That's only a 6. My
It
mouse
does
nose
not.
is failing me.
I don't think even with your heightened mouse sentences, you do not detect any meatballs here.
Okay. Can I scurry through the kitchen and get myself what's this? As a window over here or another door?
The squares are doors. Give me another. Give me a stealth check to scurry across the kitchen unseen by the cook.
That's a 16.
All right, you are gone, and we'll say you can squeeze under the next door too and join your friends in the main hall.
All right, that's what I
But
do.
currently in mouse form,
Mouse form. Yes.
which is
A mouse and a centipede enter the scene.
yeah, which I just is a tactical choice that you have made. So, um, cool. Is that your turn, Polly? Probably.
That is my turn. Yes, thank you.
All right. Nyasa Nightweaver, you see a familiar looking mouse and centipede squeeze under the door.
I wave though.
The
I
mouse
would
waves
know
with a
that
little
those-
mouse hand. Yeah.
I know that
I was going to
mouse
say
anyway.
winks, but waves is better. It's really hard to see a mouse wink, right?
Yeah.
It's the
What a
two
wave.
thumbs up is more visible, but
It's
They
hard
don't
to see
have-
both eyes at the
Yeah,
same
they're on the
time.
other. They don't have stereo vision. Also, I don't think they have thumbs.
Actually, no. I give him the rock on like the heck.
Oh, okay.
No, it's me.
look, if you're wild shaping, presumably you could wild shape and have like thumbs.
Human hands. Oh, great. Now I have the
creepy.
children hands
Oh,
on the
no.
mouse.
You won't fit under a door with those. All right, Nyasa, please talk about anything that's other than hands.
I raise my hand and a bolt of fire shoots out from my finger towards right suit of armor.
All right.
Let's see. That is a 21.
That is going to hit an animated armor.
Okay. And now, apparently, at level 11, I do 3d10 damage to these.
3d10.
So that is 17 damage to the right one.
All right, 17 damage. That suit of armor looks like warped and kind of like melted by that that fiery bolt. This is no longer gonna get it's the resale value of that animated armor is heavily compromised.
Could
I'm telling you it's bloodied.
could I attempt to hide around the corner here?
Yeah.
Okay. Stealth, I guess. Well, that was an 18.
that you're probably hidden from the suits of armor.
Okay.
All right. Lone Walker, you are next.
Lone Walker looks to the suit of armor on the right and is going to, let me see if it's what the different components are here. Hold on. Waves his hands around a little bit and says a few words under his breath. And immediately you see this sort of like warping of the air around that suit of armor as he casts Dispel Magic, attempting to
Oh.
end the magic on this suit of armor. I believe you have to do something if I remember
I make a
correctly.
Constitution saving throw against your caster spell save.
So DC 15.
DC 15 for a suit of armor. I have rolled an 11, which is lower than 15. Which suit of armor did you target?
The one on the right.
The one
The
on
damaged one?
Surely it was the one on the left.
That one's near stairs, and I don't want it to run off and.
All right.
Okay.
It basically freezes as if it is inert. You know that it is it is basically paused for a minute is what you know, Lone Walker, from your Dispel Magic.
Will attacking it unpause it?
I think let's see. It counts as unconscious. So I think if you hit something that's unconscious, it wakes back up.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but it's taken out of the fight. And then you could all hit it at the same time when you're ready.
True. Okay.
What's a good symbol for an unconscious suit of armor? How about a little wrench on him? Wrench. The right suit of armor is frozen in place by Lone Walker's magic. Anything else, Lone Walker?
I think I'm gonna. Oh, I know what I'll do. His eyes shift quickly to the other suit of armor, and this sort of I don't know what this magic quite looks like. Maybe there's some kind of red symbols that appear in the head above the suit of armor, and he casts Compelled Duel.
Oh.
So basically, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. Once again, DC 15. If you fail, then you have disadvantage on attack rolls against anybody other than me, and you can't move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me.
I have super failed with a 3. So the animated armor is like locked on to Lone Walker.
All right, that's all.
A cool spell. All right. Jasper, you see one Lone Walker has really shifted the playing field here. One animated armor is like frozen in place, and the other one is completely focused on Lone Walker.
Okay, well, Jasper works best up close. So running up to this suit of armor here to the left. I'm going to use my short sword. 15?
15 will not hit, or I imagine you hit, but do no damage to it because it is a big clanking walking suit of armor.
All right, well, then I will just try to punch it.
Okay.
16?
Getting closer, but still not quite enough. It's hard. When you are made of armor, you are tough to hit.
And when you're made of honor, never mind.
I get it.
So close.
Always the
don't feel
armor, never the.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting there. We just need to workshop it a little more.
Yeah, we'll get there. Exactly. We're right on the cusp.
I don't think it's worth using a key point, so I'm just gonna stand here.
All right.
See what happens.
Also, I'm super sorry. Is there a chance that I can move? Because for some reason I completely forgot that that's a thing that you do.
Sure. Put yourself
Thank you
wherever.
so
I just
much.
kind of dropped you all randomly in this room, so Yeah, put yourself wherever you feel
Lone
like you are.
Walker is also an up close person, so he
All
would
right.
have.
The armor is going to clank away from Jasper because it is focused on Lone Walker. Jasper, take a opportunity attack. Um,
Fancy.
and then the armor is going to try and slam. It just has these metal gauntlets, and it's just going to try and pummel Lone Walker twice.
I
23
rolled
to
a
hit
1.
23 to hit Lone
Aw.
Walker, and 13 to hit Lone Walker.
23 to hit Lone Walker, and
Yeah.
what was the other one?
13.
All right, you just got me with the 23.
All right, you take 5 bludgeoning damage as a metal mailed hand punches you in the gut. Cyril, you're next.
Oh, I look up, startled. This injured, frozen, ding dong over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to toll the dead for him.
Okay.
So please make a wisdom saving throw. Your target is 18.
Is this going to wake up an unconscious target?
It's going to kill an unconscious target,
Oh, okay.
but it will wake up briefly. I know
I
what
just
I'm
wanna do-
doing.
So the wisdom modifier on an animated suit of armor, they're not very worldly, is -4.
Oh,
no.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 2, which gets me to a -2 for my wisdom saving throw. So what
think you
happens?
failed.
What happens, Cyril?
3d12 necrotic damage is what
Let me
happens.
just check. How do they feel about necrotic damage?
They love it.
Well, no, I mean, I guess they're neutral. They are neither immune nor susceptible to it. But yeah, not a big fan. Tell me how much.
19 points of damage.
All right. I imagine it kind of like warps and twists and kind of like just like fast speed rusts away in right next to Lone Walker.
Nice.
Well, that was fun. What to do now? I'm going to wander over and open this door.
All right. You opened that door. Choices were made. Inside that door, I'm going to do the classic D&D thing where I read
hey.
the big thing in the room last. Cyril, you've discovered the lounge on the first floor of the manor house. The lounge is warm and smells of wood smoke. The furniture is plush and inviting, with chairs and couches arranged for conversation. On the west wall hangs a large painting of a forest. A fireplace crackles along the east wall. Above the mantel hangs a painting of 2 figures, one of whom has had her face scratched over with ink. But standing just inside the door, as if it was making its way for the door, is a large stone statue that is clearly like in mid-stride, for it is an animated thing. It is a stone golem. It is like 12 feet tall and looks hostile.
Oh, yeah. There was a pretty loud bell ringing noise when I told the dead. Also, probably, hitting these suits of armor is making some
Also,
kind
you
of noise.
yelled recently.
Okay. I will say, hello. I'm looking for Vargan or possibly Errant Quill. I have a very important dagger for him.
The statue, the stone golem, stares at you with kind of unmoving mouth and eyes, as if it is mute, but its fists are balled up into big, kind of sledgehammery looking shapes that look like they want to smash you into turtle paste.
I'll take a step back and
Okay.
wish him luck in getting through this door.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all.
Guess what? The stone golem is next. The stone golem has to kind of turn sideways and squeeze through the door, and because of where Cyril is, I think he's going to be kind of awkwardly half in the door. I will say anyone who wants to make a melee attack on this stone golem while he is perched there is going to have advantage, because it's really hard to avoid getting punched when you are a very large statue moving sideways through a door. That said, Cyril is there, and he's going to do 2 slam attacks on Cyril. Ouch. Cyril, a 19 versus your armor class and a 24 versus your armor class. How's a little turtle wizard doing?
24.
Yeah.
See, my armor class natively is 17, which is very good for a wizard. But
Very good for a wizard. That
because
shell.
I do have shield, which will take me up to 22. I'm going to do it. So
All right.
I only take one of those hits.
All right, you cast shield, and the first, I imagine, like the big first attack, the big stone hand, like crackles against the shield, and then your shield kind of like fizzles out of existence, and the next one comes crashing down on top of your shell. You take 16 bludgeoning damage. How's that for a wizard?
Well, I have 79 hit points, so,
Okay, so
I'm
it could
not
be a-
thrilled about it, but whatever.
Mhm.
You're going to die now.
Well,
You're going
it's
to pay for that, Mr. Stone Golem statue.
it's a statue, so possibly it's never lived. Polly, you're next. You are in mouse form.
I'm gonna change out of mouse form. That'll
Nice.
be my first duty. And then duty. And then let's see. I was just deciding. I am going to cast stone skin on myself. Maybe.
Okay.
I feel like I need to match everyone in this room because that
The
golem
theme
looks
seems
really
to be
big.
metal or rock. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Your favorite genres.
I did, yeah. I do love rock metal. I don't think I can cast and attack at the same time, though, can I?
Not if they're both actions.
Yeah. Okay. I think actually let's be aggressive. I'm going to take my vicious mace, which I purchased this magical item with all of my money from the last adventure. And I'm going to move over to this suit of armor, and I'm going to attack with my vicious mace.
Go for it. I'm going to tell you the armor class on both the statue and the armor is pretty high.
Okay, that was a 17.
That does not hit the suit of armor.
Bummer.
It's higher than 17. I'm sorry. So it clangs harmlessly off of the armor without having any effect.
Okay, and I'm going to step back.
All right. Nyasa, you have been hiding around a corner.
Okay. Well, having seen this golem trying to squeeze through a door, I think my automatic reaction will be to throw a knife at it. Not the knife,
All right.
a psychic blade knife.
Yeah. Yep. The reusable knives.
The reusable free knives.
Now, I'm just going to tell you, just because I know you do a bunch of things with psychic damage, you're level 11. You would know that most things that are like constructs, like a statue or an animated suit of armor, is going to be immune to psychic damage. You know that.
I know that, yes.
I'm just reminding
Just for the
you.
listeners.
Yeah, just for the listeners. Like, I know that, and Nyasa knows that, and James has been reminded of that. You're level 11. You know stuff now. I mean, you know, if you want to make silly mistakes with level 11, that's fine. But there's things you know.
I can make silly mistakes at any level.
Yeah, you don't need my help.
But having reminded the listeners of that, that is why I will use fire rather than... Actually, I'm just going to check my psychic blades out of curiosity. Yes, no, it's psychic damage. Okay, never mind.
You know, I thought it was because you know why? What kind of blades are they?
Psychic.
Well, they're psychic blades, but maybe, they have
You
a
psychically
effect.
create physical blades.
The thing is, I think I also used psychic blades against something in one of the previous Candlekeep adventures, which did not work.
Do you not have any actual daggers?
He has
I gave up on
one crystal dagger that he just was given. You don't carry one metal dagger around just for old time's sake in case you have to fight something corporeal or something? Nope.
I mean,
I used to have. What pocket did I leave that dagger in? It was here a minute ago.
Ow! Ow! Why did I have it pointy side up?
Nyasa's wisdom is 8. She is not carrying a metal dagger for these occurrences.
Play to your strengths. It makes it easier to roleplay.
Yep. All right. I will try and burn stone and see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
My life's a lot easier if somebody does damage to this thing before it's
Oh.
my turn again.
That was a 19.
Now, first off, I will remind you, what kind of attack is this? It's a ranged attack. I'm going to say you have advantage on this guy because he's awkwardly half in and half out of a door, if that matters, but a 19 will also hit.
Well, then I don't need to roll it again.
You should, though,
nerds,
because you
you
might
should,
get
in
a
case you crit.
critical.
Yeah,
It's
nerds will
highly
tell you.
unlikely, but fine.
It's not that unlikely. There's a 5% chance,
Okay.
Mr. Math.
Yeah. Mr. Pacalc.
This is my day off from math. Well, I rolled a 7, so
Also, we've now talked about it for much longer than it would have just taken you to roll the die. So, all right, 19 hits the stone golem. Tell us about damage. And let me ask you a question. Let's see. Is this a magical attack? Probably.
it
Fire?
is magical.
Okay.
I don't think. Also, it doesn't work as a sneak attack because that
Yep.
has to be.
All right. Tell me about fire damage.
Things get hot. Relatively hot. That is 18 damage.
Okay. Be honest, the stone golem looks barely affected by that.
I go back to hiding.
Okay.
So you can't do sneak attack damage with it?
No,
No. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'll check that, but I think it has to be.
Okay, you'll look that up for future turns, but I think you're done
Yeah.
for now, right? All right.
It says must use a finesse or ranged weapon, and while the psychic blades count, fire does not.
Fire does not.
Okay.
Lone Walker, there's one animated suit of armor that has just like rusted away, and there's one still mint condition suit of armor that is laser focused on you because of your challenge to a duel.
I'm going to attempt to hit that
All right.
suit of armor.
I think so far no one has actually hit a suit of armor with a melee attack yet. The magic has
Math.
worked relatively well.
They're made out of armor.
They're made of armor. You know,
22.
22 will hit.
Okay, and then we'll do. Wait, let me do this one first. Plus 4 is 9. And then 4. So 13
All right.
damage. I don't know if it matters, but 9 of it is bludgeoning and 4 of it is radiant.
It does not matter. I have noted the 13 damage.
Okay,
Damage,
and
but not
then,
bloodied.
is going to, after swinging with his warhammer one way, he'll pick it up and swing it with his warhammer the other way.
Oh, clockwise and counterclockwise.
And that one does 18. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit an animated armor. You know
Okay.
that a 17 didn't hit. You now know the armor class of an animated armor.
18, yay. And then we'll do this. And that is that a 1 or a 7? That's unfortunately a 1. So that is 5 bludgeoning and 6 radiant.
Oh, okay. I will
So
tell you
11.
the suit of armor is bloodied at this point from your attacks. All set?
Alrighty. Yes.
All right. Jasper, you are just to the left of Lone Walker. Devastating blows have been dealt to the animated armor, but there's also a giant stone guy who is attempting to beat up your turtle friend. It's a real prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah. Well, Lone Walker looks like he's got it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hit a statue with a short sword.
You have advantage on these attacks.
Okay, good, because I'm not rolling great. All right, so 25 for my first attack.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That'll hit.
Rolled a 1 for damage for a total of 5.
All right, you chip away a little bit of the statue.
And then I'm gonna go in with an unarmed strike.
You're attempting to punch a statue.
I got a 20
It hits.
and rolled better that time at 9 points of damage.
All right. It kind of hurts your hand, but you feel like you did something.
Yeah. And I think that's my turn.
All right. The animated armor is not doing great, but he's going to attempt to deliver some slam attacks to Lone Walker before he is dispatched. Slam 1 is a 17 against Lone Walker. And Slam 2 is an ineffective 9. So two kind of desperate swings in Lone Walker's direction. Neither of them connect. Cyril, it is you next. You are in the statue of a giant stone golem that is kind of squeezing through a doorway here. Your friend Jasper has run over to help you. What will you do?
I'm going to toll the dead on the statue, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Wisdom 18.
Wisdom 18. I will tell you the statue has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Wow.
Ooh.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. However, I rolled
wise is it?
very low. My highest roll is an 8. So
Then, because it has taken damage, it's taking 3d12.
3d12.
Fully work.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it bloodied yet?
It is not bloodied yet. This is
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is not an animated suit of armor. This is a stone golem, and it is here to play.
Okay, well, I cast a spell, so it's unlikely that I have anything else to do, but I'm just going to quickly, I can hold my breath for up to an hour. Pretty cool.
Wow. You should probably hold your breath all the time just in case. So what if you fall into water? Can you breathe underwater? I don't know.
No.
No. All right. I think
Well,
the stone
hang on.
golem. Oh, no.
Until the start. So my shield has worn off. That's a shame. I don't like being next to this thing. I'm running.
Okay. I think it's going to swing at you if you do.
I'm not afraid of you.
I mean, you are running away. It rolls a 15, which I believe we established is not enough to hit you.
That's correct.
All right, it swings,
Shaw.
but there's like a turtle-shaped dust cloud where you once were. It doesn't connect.
It clangs off my shield, my
Yeah.
shell.
All right.
Nice.
All done, Cyril?
Yes.
All right. The stone golem is next. A stone golem is going to move out of the doorway then and no longer be squeezed in place by a turtle. And it turns to see a tabaxi right there and is going to try and pummel you. I have rolled a 13 is probably not going to hit you.
Nope.
But how about a 29?
Okay.
I'm a dungeon master. There's just these numbers I have to ask you about. It's just what it's. I'm just reading what it says on the form here. I ask everyone these same questions. You will take 26 bludgeoning damage from the mighty stone fists of this stone golem that is not bloodied yet, despite the many successful attacks against it.
Why is it even
That's
attacking
smart.
us? What have we done to it?
You've yelled.
I
you
hit it.
used
hit
magic
door.
on things. You
It has sensitive ears.
Yeah, you
Okay.
destroyed its armor friends.
It has a hangover. Poor
yeah.
thing.
Aw.
Yeah. Polly, it's your turn. You stand by the kitchen door.
All right, I'm going to cast Earth Tremor, and so
Ooh.
I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw, and it's a 10-foot radius, which seems to be the radius of the
Of a stone
statue.
golem? All right. He does have advantage on saving throws, but his dexterity is not good. Let's see how he does. I have rolled a 16.
You beat it, but I
Yeah.
still give you 1d6 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
so that is a 1. But you are
Good
also
job.
you're also knocked prone. So
Oh, okay.
Ha ha.
So the
That's right.
giant kind of like stumbles and is knocked into like a kneeling position, and like one pebble falls off of its head.
Mhm.
Got it. All right. Anything else, Polly?
Nope. And the ground in that area is now loose earth or stone, and it
Okay.
becomes difficult terrain.
That
until
is really
cleared.
bad for when they resell this house inside
Yeah.
this book. Nyasa Nightweaver, you're next.
Okay, I have two questions. Is there anything around me, like stuff on shelves or, like the kind of things you would have in a house.
Yeah, there's like rich people knickknacks.
Okay. If I pick up a rich person knickknack
Yeah.
and I throw
Oddly
it,
phallic in shape.
and I throw it at the thing, is that a
Yep.
ranged weapon?
Yeah, it sounds like an improvised ranged weapon.
Okay, I'm going to do an improvised ranged weapon with a like badminton trophy or whatever
Okay.
is on the
Yep.
wall.
Yep.
What am I going to roll for
It's
that?
third place in the Wisteria Vale spelling bee from 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's not an expensive one, but okay. So
No.
what do I roll for just an improvised weapon?
Let's see. It's gonna be it's gonna be a D20.
Yes.
And why don't you add your dex modifier to it?
My dex modifier. Okay, I can do that. Okay, that is a 19, which I believe will hit.
All right. The spelling bee trophy shatters across the stone golem's face.
However, I believe that counts as a sneak attack
okay.
because that
Yep.
was a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
And you've got somebody within 5 feet of him.
Yep. So that is an additional. I don't know what it took with the damage it took from the spelling bee trophy.
I'm gonna say 0.
It then takes an additional 66 damage
Where is that coming from?
6d6?
because it's a sneak
Because he's a
attack.
level 11 rogue.
Okay.
And I like perfectly threw that
Yeah,
trophy,
all right.
like right between the eyes.
Gotcha. Bullseye.
So
And he's prone, so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this
yeah.
is why I was asking the questions to make sure that it was legal.
Maybe you could carry around some little rocks or darts with you so you don't have to steal spelling bee trophies.
I'll ask Paul.
I got rocks. You need some rocks? I
Yeah.
got tons of rocks. I am flush with rocks.
The
That
best rocks.
is 10,
You
15,
want quartz? I got quartz. You want mica? I got mica.
18.
Mica,
is-
this is for mica.
23 damage.
All right. The spelling bee trophy hits the stone golem in the stone eye.
In the stones.
yeah.
I sure
I'm
hope
sorry.
that there is a
Tiffany.
whole shelf of trophies. that I
Whoa,
am just
use
gonna be
your
chucking at
given
this
name.
thing for the next 10 minutes.
There is. We will improvise what they are as we go. The stone golem.
I'm sorry, you just said my name like kind of like my dad. Like,
Sorry.
I was frightened.
I puckered.
You were rabble rousing over there. So all right. Let's see. Yeah, the stone golem not yet bloodied. Serious business, this stone golem. All set, Nyasa?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of my turn scanning the shelf for super
All
cool.
right. Oh yeah, you got. I will improvise other trophies as needed. People may help me. Lone Walker. It's still you and one badly beaten up pseudo armor.
I know a 22 will hit,
Mhm.
and so then we'll do. Yay! That time it is a 7, so that's 11, and then, oops, 11 plus 4, so 15 damage.
You destroy the suit of armor.
Awesome. And then I'm going to run down and go for a swing here. That is 19.
That'll hit a stone golem. Also,
Oh, nice.
if it matters, you have advantage because it's prone.
Oh, that's right. Well, let me see if I crit. I do not, so we'll definitely keep that 19. And that is, once again, that is 16 damage against the
All right.
golem.
Now you are cooking. The stone golem is bloodied. Anything else, Lone Walker?
And they said we couldn't get blood from a stone.
I think do I want to do that? No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
All
be.
right. Jasper, you are next. There's a prone stone golem right next to you.
Okay.
prone
There's
gonna do-
there's a lovely lounge beyond.
well, first I'm going to hit the golem twice.
Mm-hmm.
Once with my short sword. That's with advantage, yeah?
Yep. Any melee
That's-
attack.
A crit.
There you go. See?
Nice.
That's why we roll twice, people.
And then, so that's 40, 10 plus 4.
4d10.
40, 10. That's 25 total for
Nice.
that.
Yep. Noted.
And then I'm gonna punch him. Okay, first I forgot to do advantage in D&D Beyond. Okay, so that's a 23.
That hits.
Hang on just a second. That damage roll was wrong. It was 2d10 plus 4. D&D Beyond was taking the advantage into account, and I didn't
No.
realize that. So do you want me to re-roll the damage on that?
Sure.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Dice happen.
All right, so that first hit was a 12 total, and then my second hit is another 12 total.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So almost the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little lackluster
Yeah.
in comparison, but whatever. And I think I'm just staying here so I can hit it again next time.
All right. Cyril, you're over by the stairs leading up to the second floor. Nyasa Nightweaver's not too far away. There's a prone stone golem sprawled out on the floor of the main hallway here. Slightly less intimidating now that it's been knocked down and 5 of your friends are beating on it versus just you fighting it by yourself.
Just like, oh.
I look it in the eye. I
Oh,
hold up a little silver bell and hit it with a little hammer and toll the dit again.
All right.
Bong.
it's going to do a wisdom save. It has advantage, but also its wisdom is very not great. How will I roll? I rolled a 4 and a 15. 15 is
No, you
enough?
need an 18 to.
Oh, that's not good
beat
then.
me.
You told him.
Mm,
Oh. Wow. That's 29 points of damage.
Oh, he does
Nice.
not like that. He is sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you done?
Yeah.
The stone golem is next. It stumbles to its feet. It kind of lurches around and tries to pummel Tabaxi.
Rude.
Critical fail and a 14, Jasper.
nope.
You easily evade. The stone golem is just kind of drunkenly swinging its arms left and right. Can you
Hand
dispatch it before it gets another turn? Polly.
Yeah, we're gonna Earth Tremor again.
All right.
This time? Wait, is he
40.
bloodied? Yeah, he's like
is bloodied.
the blood's okay. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the 4th level. So
All right.
give me a dexterity.
I have rolled a 13 on my dexterity saving throw.
That matches what you need.
So it succeeds, but something bad happens you get a little damage on
Yeah, that's my 1d6, and he's knocked prone again.
Okay.
But this
Back
time
on
he
the
gets 3
ground.
damage.
All right. He's prone again, which is helpful for people who are
For
melee
literally
attacking.
everyone
Yeah.
else here.
Yeah. So that's actually really useful. Nyasa.
Okay, so I'm looking across the shelves of
All right,
trophies.
you got. All right, help me out, people. We
We
got
got,
like-
spelling bee,
Um,
5th place equestrian arts.
wow.
Second
yeah.
place, friendliest golem
What would be
competition.
science fair in this world?
Miss Congeniality for dressage, actually.
Yeah.
Mm,
They just call science the forbidden arts. You
Is
know?
there a
Yeah.
miscongeniality award for the horses too, or just the rider?
After heavy lobbying from the Centaur group, yes, the horses also get awards. So.
I pick up the centaur-shaped trophy
Yeah.
It's like in a pose, like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
and sort of aim it hoof first
Mhm.
at this golem.
Mhm.
All right. What was it? It was my dexterity modifier,
Dexterity. Yeah.
was it? Okay.
I don't know if I'm doing the rules for improvised thrown weapons anywhere near correct, but I was just trying to move us along.
Cares?
Well, I rolled.
I'm pretty
rules
sure
are
they
what
should do
you say
some
they
damage.
Okay.
I rolled a dirty 20. So
All right.
Aw.
The centaur trophy twirls end over end, and it's kind of fake cheap stone base collides with the head of the stone golem surprisingly.
in a surprising fashion, and does 6, 9, 22 damage.
Okay, the stone golem is having a very, very bad day. One hit will finish it off. I think Lone Walker's next if you're done, James.
Yeah, I think I'm just looking at all these trophies and wondering
Yep.
who makes trophies in this like fake.
Oh, there's
world.
a trophy shop next down.
And they're so proud of everything. They didn't win anything. It's
Yeah, no
weird.
first places.
You should not build a trophy cabinet until you have one first place trophy to put in it. That's my new rule.
Wow. Wow.
Look,
I mean,
I think you should
I've
believe
never
in
had
yourself.
a trophy cabinet, but also I've never gotten first place in anything. So I guess, I mean, Monty's rule seems harsh, but apparently I've been living by it. So, yeah.
I've got a runner-up trophy literally in front of me. So.
I've got third place in the Science Olympiad. That's right, ladies.
I've got
It's
those
from
incomparable trophies we won.
27 years ago.
Maybe I just like the decorative nature of trophies. Like,
yeah.
who's the judge?
Maybe
Lone
it's,
Walker, it's your turn.
this person is just buying trophies at like secondhand shops. And
Yeah,
putting
I
them up
actually
on the
collect
shelf.
trophies from other people. I just like to see
Nice.
their accomplishments.
Yeah, it's like having their souls.
When you say you collect trophies from people, that does a bit sense.
When she's at their house.
I said what I said.
My first roll is a 19.
19 is enough to hit a stone golem. Tell me about damage, Lone
Is-
Walker.
Can I ask it ahead of time? Is a 17 enough to hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to do this twice. Oh, that is 9 damage for the first.
9 is enough, Stone
Okay,
Lone
cool.
Walker. You lop off the big stone head, and it rolls across the ornate marble floor of the foyer as the stone golem is now inert. This once fancy upscale lobby is trashed. There's stones and armor pieces and more than a couple trophy shrapnel bits everywhere here. Yeah, but you're out of combat and free to explore further into the mansion.
I'm
Wow,
gonna
we can affect the environment.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
one of the trophies and put it in like my backpack just in case.
Okay.
That's actually smart. Should we go chat with the person in the... Oh, wait. We don't know there's a person in the kitchen. Never mind.
Nope.
Paul has
Is anybody hungry? They're making a nice stew in there.
I mean, if they don't react to the like chaos that was happening outside
Cacophony.
the kitchen,
Mm.
they got
It's-
headphones
It has
on.
been
You know, like they're
my
listening to something.
experience
Mhm.
that servants are often mistreated and could use aid from an outside source. So perhaps we can reason with whomever is in the kitchen. And Lone Walker goes into the kitchen.
All right.
There you go. That's what you do. You do things.
You do things. In the kitchen is a young woman, a servant, working away at a pot of stew. She's humming loudly to herself.
Have you had the mead?
Oh, I didn't see you come in. My name's Flora. Welcome to the Manor House.
Hello, Flora. Thank you. A quick question for you. Do you know where we could find insert name of person here?
Vargan or Aaron Quill?
I believe Master Quill is upstairs.
Ah,
I'm preparing for the party later.
oh, there will be a party later. What kind of party? Birthday?
We're gonna have a lot clean up for that party.
Master Quill and his new friend are having a party for the whole town tonight.
Who is Master Quill's new friend?
Master Quill has a new friend. He's very strange.
He's a stone golem.
Very.
They go everywhere together. They love
strange.
each other very much.
They're deeply in love.
Could you describe this friend of Master Quill to make sure that when we give presents, we are... And then Lone Walker just stops because he's not good at lying and doesn't
Okay.
know.
Flora fills in. Well, he's a large green floating orb. He's got many teeth and many eyes, and one eye is very big.
Oh, dear God, says Micah, not Lone Walker. Is Master Quill with the the friend at the moment?
I'm not sure.
Very well. Thank you. Just up one flight of stairs?
I believe Master Quill is upstairs.
Excellent. Thank you. Good luck with your preparations.
I'm making a stew for tonight. There's a party.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye. And he walks back out. And immediately when he enters the room, he just says, there's probably a beholder here, and that is not good.
What does Lone Walker know about beholders?
I don't know that Lone Walker would know a whole lot about beholders outside of their description, because that would be something that he would have known to avoid until he's like very streetwise, having adventured all over. So he's never seen one in person, but he knows they're dangerous and is kind of looking to his friends or his at least adventuring companions to see if anyone else knows anything about them.
I would
Surely
say
I know
that-
about.
I would say that if you have like one of those books to teach kids letters,
That was under B.
B
it's
for
almost
beholder.
certainly a beholder.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
least you know what it is from that.
Yeah.
Episode title right there.
B for
B for
beholder.
beholder.
Cyril, do you perhaps know vulnerabilities, strengths of beholders?
Like
Almost
dislikes.
certainly. I was a beholder kid. Oh, I had beholders on my sheets and little models of beholders. And we went to
All
the
the
tar
beholder
pit to
trading
see that
cards.
one fossilized beholder.
Museum.
All right. I'm willing to accept this as part of your backstory. Do you want to make an intelligence roll to know a bunch about
Sure.
beholders? We'll see how much you remember that is accurate versus, what was printed on the trading cards.
Loric.
If it's straight intelligence, it's a 15. If it's a skill, there's more on that.
Let's just say it's 15.
Okay.
So Cyril is relatively familiar with beholders. For any characters who are not familiar with beholders,
Beholder, I hardly know her.
it is an iconic D&D monster. It's on the cover to a variety of books. They are also sometimes known as an eye tyrant. It is a floating orb with one big eye and then a bunch of little eyes on stalks and a big mouth. They are things you would know about beholders. They are bad in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, where entire creatures are one type of morality. Beholders are known to be are known to be lawful evil and like paranoid and pretty bad. Their different eyes on their horrible little eye stalks are capable of like different types of horrible attacks, including one of them is a disintegration ray. That's real bad. Also, one of them's a death ray. So they have a lot of eye attacks that are really, really bad. They also have the ability, Cyril, I feel like you would definitely know this as a magic user, to create an anti-magic field in front of them that keeps people from using magic against them.
I want to say really quick, Lone Walker whispers to Jasper and Polly, who are nearby, and says, whatever you do, do not ask if the death ray or the disintegration ray is worse, because we'll be here for 4 hours.
Yep.
I don't
you got it,
recall
boss.
this. I don't recall the play mentioning the beholder.
No, there was no mention of the beholder in the play.
That's what that play needed, by the way.
Yeah.
It just needed a beholder.
Just for some
Just to
extra
tie it
depth.
together.
Special effects.
Is
Yeah.
there a, can I ask if Cyril knows what type of creature a beholder is? Because we've all got some different kinds of detection
They are
spells that
a
we can just-
large aberration.
an aberration, damn.
Cyril, you're trying to think back to what you know about the weaknesses of beholders, and you are coming up with zip.
The beholder's major weakness is being met with a serious magic user like me. Leave the beholder to me, boys. I got it.
That was the last we saw of Cyril. So this is a strange wrinkle in the story. There appears to be a beholder here in this demi-plane with you, who is friends with Errant Quill.
One might say even beholden to and Quill.
I mean,
no
we
one
know
says
there's
that.
a party happening.
Yeah.
We could
You also learned that there's a party happening tonight.
like,
I
we
guess
could
that was
go
also
to
a
the
thing you learned.
party And
You
Oh,
are
God.
technically aware the party's happening already, so
We can help clean up, and then
well, I
we'll
was just
clean up
thinking, like, if
ourselves,
we're
and then
kind of undercover as party goers, maybe we won't get death rayed and disintegrated, or in
Let's
that
just go
order.
up there and kill the beholder and stab this guy. Come on.
I am of two minds. Both sound fun.
I don't want to be disintegrated.
I have one mind and I want to keep it. Thanks.
I don't know what we should do.
Yeah, I don't either.
I can wait. Okay, so I'm definitely not sneaky. Can someone who's stealthy at
I'm
least go
so
check
stealthy.
upstairs?
I'm
to
kind of
see if
stealthy.
the holder is up there.
I can also cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh,
I believe.
nice.
What does that
Yes.
give you?
it gives
Like
everybody
a plus
plus 10.
34,000 to stealth,
Yeah, it
Plus
makes
Yeah.
10 to stealth.
or
As a
also plus
group.
10.
Okay, I've got plus 12 already. So
and just
that's-
so it's clear, this is a very large house. The second floor is probably the same size as the first floor.
yeah, but I think the room with the beholder in it's probably obvious.
It's got a beholder on the door.
Now, that's
little
what the Boulder's
cartoon one.
bathroom looks like.
Little arrows that point on the floor.
Beholders only club, and the S on beholders is backwards.
Yes.
I
All
mean,
right,
we're
does
just
everyone
making
want to be
assumptions about.
stealthy?
I think Lone Walker is going to stay downstairs only because I've even with your addition, I've still got a bunch of disadvantage because I have huge armor that clinkety clanks.
Mhm.
Okay,
Um,
I've got plus 12 on stealth, and if I get plus 10 on top of that, I think I should be relatively good. If not, I will
Could
come
we-
running down the stairs pursued by a beholder.
I was going to say, Lone Walker says, Polly, would you be willing to send little Anthony with Nyasa so that if Nyasa were to, and then there's like a, as I say, they get into initiative order, then little Anthony can come back downstairs and tell us, basically, so that if Nyasa gets stuck
Murdered.
because there's bad
We
people,
know
we can
about it.
be alerted immediately.
Let me check. Hey, little Anthony. You willing to do this? Did you hear what this guy had to say? Yeah, he's in. He's in. He loves this stuff.
Awesome.
So I don't know where he went because he's already invisible. He's ready to go.
All right. Well, much as I love being on the front line, let's.
It's your favorite line.
Yeah,
With a closet.
Yeah.
on the front line with a quasit. That's the next title. I will sneak my way up the stairs very quietly.
Just to be clear here, there's the main stairs. Okay, you're headed to the main stairs.
Do you want that plus 10
Yes.
to stealth also?
Yes, please.
Cool.
right.
Because I
So
think
I
that
think- And I think, Polly, it's easy for you to give that to everybody if you.
Just
Yeah,
in
because
case.
it's within
If other
30
people
feet.
want to sneak around on the first floor, I don't know.
All right. Now
Oh.
everyone has passed without a trace, and it lasts for an hour.
Nice.
All right. You head upstairs, Nyasa. You can see that there's kind of a long hallway kind of running east to west for most of the upper floor of the manor house, with a variety of rooms off of it to the south and north. Do you want to explore some of those rooms? Cyril, are you also coming along?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I will come up and I will have I'll have a little peek around the
All right.
store.
I'm just gonna assume with a 22 Nyasa, you're basically like, you're extremely stealthy, and so we're not gonna have you roll for that over and over again. So I'm just gonna assume you can open doors, peek into rooms without being seen pretty easily.
Okay.
And because
so-
I'm linked with little Anthony, everything that he's seeing, we can
see too?
we will also all
Sweet.
know about it downstairs.
Okay, but again, you get like a little headache from that.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I can handle it.
Yep. All right. The map that they provided for the adventure is not very detailed, so I'm gonna have to describe each of these rooms for you. They just look like empty squares on the map. The first room that you open, kind of on the north side of the hallway, Nyasa. You open it. It looks like it is a guest room. There's a double bed. There's a wardrobe, but it doesn't look. It looks like it's set up nice, but nobody really spends any time here. There is a relatively fancy painting on the wall of like a large bird in flight.
Okay. I will keep going along,
Go along to the next room.
making mental note of expensive painting.
Yep. You peek the next door on the north side of the hallway. You peek in there. It looks like it is a guest bathroom. Relatively unremarkable. Yeah.
Okay. They could have put a door between the guest room and the guest bathroom, but
We're not here to critique their architectural decisions in this.
I think we
Well,
are.
some of us are.
Okay.
I'm
that's
surprised
just
they
what
have a
Nias is
bathroom. It's
thinking.
Dungeons and Dragons. A lot
Yeah.
of times they don't have plumbing yet.
Yeah.
True.
All right, I will scope out the bottom two doors.
All right, you head to the next one. All right. The next room, I feel like this room should be bigger than the other rooms, but this is how they've drawn it on the map. This is clearly a library. There is a cozy library lit by warm candlelight. There's walls of shelves stretching to the ceiling. They got one of those cool rolling ladders to get to the higher books. In the center of the room is an armchair and a desk. Books are kind of piled haphazardly on the desk. A lot of them have been like left open. There's some stacks of paper with a bottle of ink and a quill. And in one corner of the room, there is a somewhat imposing looking statue that looks of very similar design to one you
God.
fought downstairs that is thus far unaware of your presence.
I very quietly close the door
Okay.
and move along to the next one.
Okay. You open the next door. This is the final door on the hallway, though it looks like the hallway kind of heads down, and maybe there's something that overlooks a room on the first floor. But opening this door on the south side of the hallway opens into what is clearly the master bedroom of the manor. The furnishings are ornate. Decorations make it clear that maybe this is Master Quill's bedroom. There's a large four-poster bed draped in blue velvet, occupies the middle of the room. Next to it, there's a dark wooden wardrobe and a bedside table with a leather-bound book. There's a vase with some freshly picked flowers, and there's a door that must lead to a small room on the east side of this room.
So the master bedroom gets an ensuite. Wow.
Yeah, the master bedroom seems to have an ensuite bathroom.
Okay. Well, I will go up to the corner around here and just sort of peek round into whatever is going on.
Yeah, there's like you can see that there's like a strange little hallway here that has like a balcony that looks down to, it must be a very large kind of two-story room on the first floor of the mansion. If you think about it, that space must be kind of beyond where you fought the suits of armor. Maybe there's some kind of big ballroom or performance space down there. It seems like a great place to have a party.
Any sort of big round ball creatures?
Do you want to go all the way to the balcony and look down into that room?
Yeah, why not? Very
All right.
quietly.
You are looking down into what is a ballroom. I'm going to reveal it on the second floor and
What
first floor.
is a ballroom?
Because it's a big space. It looks right now it's empty, though there's clearly been some initial arranging of furniture in preparation for perhaps a dinner party later tonight. Looks like it's set up to feed the whole town, but you do not see any Harper agents or beholders there currently.
And does the corridor continue on to the north, or
It does not. It ends.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna come back to the master bedroom, and I will have a peek in there, but everybody else can have. I think little Auntie can communicate the fact no beholders up here.
That people
just
and
one.
other people could head upstairs if they wanted.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
I will point out you have not. There were some rooms on the first floor that were, either not fully explored or not yet revealed. But yes. In fact, let's give someone else a chance to do something.
Yep.
Who else would like to do something?
No, I think Lone Walker's too worried
Just
about clinking
Lone
and
Walker is
clanking.
standing guard in the foyer, ready to rush to where there is battle, but seeking not to attract any attention.
Yeah.
Maybe
And then
Cyril or Jasper or Polly would like to do something.
check one of those other rooms.
I can open some doors. I'm pretty
Nice.
stealthy.
Jasper, pick a
Naturally.
door. You also you all have
Plus 10.
pass
10 on
without.
top.
Yeah.
So I'll just start at the door next to the kitchen and
All right. You
get in
explore
there.
the door next to the kitchen on the first floor. You're poking around, and this appears to be a. This appears to be like a dining room. It's dimly lit by a golden candelabra. There's a rectangular dining table that would, seat a small number of people. On the wall next to on the hangs a large painting of like a really opulent looking banquet, like outside in the open air with a table set full of all kinds of dishes. Yeah. The dining room table in the actual room, not in the painting on the in the dining room, is set with nice looking silverware that certain people would recognize as having an immediate street value.
I would have
I
picked
don't
up
think
those
I'm one
knives.
of them. Yeah.
Are they pixelated?
Yeah, I mean everything here is.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll go check out these two doors under the stairs or by the stairs. Then.
Yeah. So over where you
Um,
fought the animated
I'm
armor,
gonna
there's
go
like
with Jasper. Yeah.
a little half set of stairs that goes up, and there's two little doors there. You want to go north door or south door first, Jasper?
north.
All right, north door. Let's see here. You're looking into kind of like a cluttered, like backstage area. This is kind of strange. It's a rectangular space. It's dark, but there's some light just from opening the door that leads in there. And you see like kind of like strange like props and like a rack of costumes and some like instruments that are sitting there, and ropes and sandbags, and like some pieces of scenery. It's like kind of in storage.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Can we get backstage?
I mean, that's what this is.
Ooh.
We can get all the instruments and we can pretend to be a band.
Performance check. Polly, are you checking the southern door?
Yeah.
Is
I'm
this
gonna
Yellow
check this.
Submarine? Is that what we're doing?
It's never Yellow Submarine. The door to the south also seems to be some kind of storage space, Jasper. Though this seems to be storage for like things for the house. So there's cleaning supplies, cooking utensils, household goods in stacks on neat little shelves in here. It's kind of a clean, tidy, orderly, but well stocked storeroom.
We
What
might
are
need to
these
check for
stairs?
secret passages.
And there are not stairs.
Those things that are stairs.
That was just
They were
leading
like
you
a half-
down to this little
Yeah.
Mm.
area.
Yeah.
Like a conversation pit, but
Yeah.
there's no pit.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm feeling like there's either a secret
You
passage
feel
or
like you've
no
been
one's
wandering
here.
around the house for a little while without the sign of an errant quill or a beholder that you're quite afraid of. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm. We haven't checked that bathroom upstairs, right?
Yeah, it's probably full of a beholder.
I'm gonna send little Anthony into the bathroom.
It's just there's a
Yeah,
little
brother.
ensuite bathroom off of the master bedroom. It does not have a beholder in it.
There's
Does
not
it
a
have nice
beholder on
tile?
the toilet. In
The tile is okay.
So
Yeah.
what's with this room up here, this northern room?
That looks down on the space
Oh.
below. Here, hold on.
kind of like a ballroom.
Hmm. All right then.
Yeah, I've labeled it
I'm
balcony open to below.
gonna go back into
Yeah,
the
the
middle
house
of the
is
room.
very quiet.
Okay.
Uh,
Will you
there-
pass that along, Polly, that information to
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Mhm.
And I think Lone Walker is going to quickly head into the kitchen and say, if the master of the house were not in his house, where might one find him and his friend? We do need to speak to him, and he doesn't appear to be here.
They must be here somewhere. I know they didn't leave the house.
Yeah, we got to look for a secret passage, peeps.
When we were outside the house, was there 2 stories or 3?
There was like a third. It looked like there. It looked like this is a 2-story house. There's maybe an attic up above, though you have not seen an obvious entrance to such an attic.
I'm examining the ceiling all around the second floor, looking for a one of those trap doors that you open, the ladder slides out and hits you in the face.
I'll also mention you have not. I don't know if anyone has fully explored the room that the stone golem came out.
I was just about to say I
that
was going to go in there.
fireplace.
Yeah.
I assume that's
Yeah,
a fireplace.
I would like to go into the stone golem room.
All right.
And in that room, I'm gonna just walk in and I'm gonna say, Harper's at twilight.
All right. You walk into the lounge. It's warm. It smells like wood smoke from the nice little fireplace. The furniture is plush and inviting, Polly. There's chairs. There's couches. They're kind of all arranged for people to have nice little conversations. On the west wall,
I do flop into one of the couches though.
there's a large painting of a forest that looks very inviting. The fireplace crackles on the east wall. Above the mantle hangs a painting of 2 figures, one of whom has had her face scratched over with ink.
Are they big? Oh, sorry, I'm not in there. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just kicking it back on one of the sofas. I said those magic words and then nothing happened. So
Yeah, nothing happened.
All right, I'm going to investigate the fireplace.
All right.
So let me roll some investigation. That is a critical fail.
It looks, it feels warm. It's nice.
Nice. This is nice.
Good to get your fingers toasty after a big battle, I guess.
I'm going to come downstairs and check out that room because I want to look at that painting.
Okay. Which painting?
The painting with the scratched out face.
Okay.
Does the woman in the painting with the scratched out face look like Rylia, who I met?
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Perception. That was not good. That was good. That was a 16.
The painting depicts 2 people, one of whom you recognize, though the painting has been defaced. It depicts a kind of a young adventurer with a distinctive scar on his cheek, and he is standing next to a young wizard who is clearly Rylia, the member of the Harper who contacted you, Nyasa, though a good deal younger.
I'm starting to
Kind of looks
suspect.
like Sebastian with a beard.
Yeah, so assuming that this might be Quill, Quill is an adventurer. He's wearing like a red hooded cloak. He's got a kind of a brown shaggy hair and a beard, and a nice adventurer scar on his cheek under one eye.
So this is a good visual representation of what Quill looks like.
I mean, you don't. I think you're only inferring that.
Very
from
much not a
context clues.
child.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is, do I have enough information if I was to disguise myself to
As him?
look like that person?
I think it would be probably pretty hard to do from a painting, I guess.
It's not one of those like photorealistic, really.
Yeah,
It's all pixelated.
It's all pixelated. It's a
Yeah,
painting.
it is photorealistic, but it's pixelated.
Yeah, it is. It's a painting, not a photo. It's also like it's just of his like shoulders up, so you don't know how tall he is or anything like that. So I would say it would be, you could attempt to do that, but it would probably be pretty easy to see through.
Okay,
especially for anyone familiar with the real Quill.
Just checking.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody that
there's also a sweet painting of a forest in here.
Sweet as in cool and good, or sweet as in awe?
I mean, like fancy looking.
Unless this is like Princess Peach's castle and all these paintings lead somewhere, which is, I wouldn't rule out.
You say that, and I attempt to jump into the painting.
Okay. Paulie, as you make contact with the painting, you feel yourself being drawn into it. Make a
Oh,
charisma
no.
check.
Oh,
Can I just say while she
no.
rolls, I am upstairs telling little Anthony everything about beholders.
Yep.
Is it a charisma check or a charisma saving throw?
It's a charisma saving throw.
You have
Oh,
a +3 bonus because you're near me. You have a +3 bonus.
Okay, so that would make it 6.
All right. Nyasa and Lone Walker, you are there. Other people in the house, depending on where they are, might hear. Paulie, like, basically kind of makes contact with the painting, and like your arm gets like distorted and twisted, and you are pulled into the painting. Hold on.
Well, you do have a Mario-like accent, so this works.
Mario.
Well,
It's I can't even do that. It's
It's a
however
me,
you would do-
Paulie.
Yeah.
that's the title. There we go.
It's a me, Paulie.
All right. Paulie, you are looking around. You are inside of a painting, inside
awesome.
of a house, inside of a book, inside of a library. The painting is even like lower pixel count and lower frame rate than the house itself.
Do
And
I
as
match
you're-
the pixel count and frame
No,
rate?
you don't. You stand out.
Okay.
And it's kind of a Roger Rabbit situation. And as
Yep.
you are looking around, you sense movement, pixelated movement in the forest. As
Is
you
it Jessica
realize
Rabbit?
You are not alone.
Please no.
She is very attractive.
Lone Walker and Nyasa are unsure of what has just happened. Is this where our adventure ends? Inside a painting, inside a house, inside a book, inside a library? How many levels deep does this adventure go? What of this beholder, this menacing threat that we have heard of but not seen? What will happen next? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.
Is this what Inception was
awesome.
about?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I was joking about the Mario paintings, but
I
apparently
love
I was
that you're like,
correct.
and I'm gonna try it.
I
That
was
great.
like, I was trying to make clearly there were a bunch of paintings, but I didn't want to lay on the description of the painting too heavily. But it was like, sure hope somebody touches one of these paintings.
And I just like full body touched it. I was just like, "Ugh."
Look at me as you rush into a painting. Yeah. Live stream Bass Bootleg, that was 2 episodes, so we are gonna wrap it up here. We hope you enjoyed this. We expect to be back next week where we will continue our adventure. Thanks for listening, and see you then. I am gonna stop my recording.
That's a good thing we were in the room to see that happen, or Polly would just
Yeah,
have
seriously.
vanished.
I would just be gone.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah,
Can you still communicate through little Anthony?
unclear.
I don't
Ooh,
know. We're
that'll
gonna
be
Does
find
it
out.
work through interdimensional?
I mean, can
Interesting.
anyone else understands little Anthony though? Besides,
Yeah, little Anthony went,
that's the problem. He's
If
Also,
only
little
we had
Anthony
said
will not be
little
able to get a
Anthony.
word in edgewise while I'm just blathering on about
Yeah.
beholders.
We should have sent little Anthony and not Polly. So, all right, we
impulsive.
did it. James, are we off YouTube?
I am gonna